Hi guys, Rando Gamer here with another episode or session of Pokerole, Pokemon Basalt Session 5 specifically. During this session, our trainers continue on their way down Route 101, kind of passively taking in the Pokemon as they make their way. So, handful of Pokemon battles this session. And we get our first evolution towards the end of the session, so kind of exciting. Um, but they're just about at the point where they should be able to finish up Route 101 and start making their way towards Wasatry Pinnacle down Route 3. But hopefully you guys enjoy. If you do like the session, make sure to give it a like. And if you like my content, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can get more of my content on your feed. But without further ado, here is Pokemon Basalt Session 5.
But thank you guys for joining me. This is session 5 of Pokemon Basalt. In our last session, we had picked up with everybody getting healed up in Gelfast, so the party had decided to backtrack to the Pokemon Center to get healed up because they got banged up a little bit with some of the battling they'd done at the end of the previous session. One of the things while you guys were there, Collin had kind of picked up on that his Munchlax wasn't nearly as shiny of a coat as Munchmax, and ultimately it kind of came down to is like Munchmax stayed pretty close to the river, so had a higher diet of fish, which is what was leading to the shiny coat.
So cool.
Collin had then attempted to name his Munchlax with Burns being his first attempt, which didn't seem to really go over well with the Munchlax. And Munchmax wasn't really a fan of it either. After kind of like getting healed up and stuff, Elliot was basically like, maybe we should start heading to the next gym. But Collin had mentioned wanting to get a Trico and potentially grinding a little bit in preparation for the first gym. So Elliot kind of relented and said that he was like looking to get his C-Dot to evolve, and Lissa was looking for some additional Pokemon as well. So ultimately, the decision was to kind of spend a little bit more time on Route 101 instead of like trying to push really fast towards the first gym. So everybody had headed back out onto Route 101, and Elliot had sent out his Starly to kind of like get a bird's eye view of sort of the area to try and increase the odds of finding something good. Ultimately, Starly was able to point out a Timino, a Bonsweet, a Kricketot near the river, and then near the tree line there was a Starly, a Trico, and a Flopbaby. Collin
I missed out on the
Collin had gone after the Trico, with Elliot going after the Starly, and Alyssa had gone after the Bonsweet, which ended up being an overgrown Bonsweet. So this was a chunky boy.
a big one.
The Collin had sent out his Cyndaquil and had noticed that the Trico over here had a dark brown toothpick from the older oak trees nearby, and had attempted to take down this Trico. The Elliot had sent out his Timino against the Starly, basically just trying to level up his Timino at this point. And then Lissa had sent out her Poplio against the Bonsweet. Eventually, Collin had switched out his Cyndaquil for Munchlax just because Cyndaquil was a little underleveled and the Trico was a beginner ranked Pokemon. And at this point, he had tried to name it Bernie, which seemed to go over well, so he kind of wrote out Bernie as the name of his Munchlax.
Cool.
One of the other rules that I had said is if you throw a Pokeball out at the beginning of the round, your Pokemon may still act, but it's going to go off of its nature. So if you'd like your Pokemon to act, you'll tell me its Pokemon nature, and then I will dictate what it does based off of its nature. So if it's like shy, it probably isn't going to attack unless you're giving it commands. So throwing out a Pokeball basically means you don't get to act during that round if the Pokeball isn't successful. But it kind of depends on what you prefer as far as like if you even want it to do anything or if it'll just kind of wait until the next round. Just had a note in here for that. So Collin had tried to throw out a Pokeball on the Trico, but due to the level of the Trico, it kind of like just swatted that bitch back.
Oh, fuck me.
So ultimately, Timino ended up taking out its Starly first, and then it kind of went to play support with Poplio over by the river. The Bond Sweets ended up getting caught by Lissa at that point. And she had then switched her attention to the nearby Cricketot. Thinking that the Trico needed to take a little bit more damage to be able to catch it, Collin had his Munchlax Bernie land another attack on it, which ended up causing the Trico to faint, crushing Collin's hopes and dreams. Because it was only the second one they had encountered at this point, but not one to be super like upset about it. He had moved over to the rest of the group to kind of help with taking out the Cricketot here, to continue like leveling up his Pokemon. Meta-wise, as long as you guys are within a general vicinity of each other, as long as you have a Pokemon out, you get credit for the battles. This has been, I think this is like second or third session that this rule has been applied. So and it makes it easier for you guys to kind of like build up experience with your Pokemon without having to like each of you battle 40 Pokemon to make it happen.
Right. It's like a group experience share, if you will.
Seeing that it seemed like the Cricketot was well in hand, Collin had moved over towards the Flababy to do some more battling. At this point, Lissa managed to catch the Cricketot, and Collin had managed to catch the Flababy. So kind of a decent amount of Pokemon catching at this point. And then all three of them had moved over to battle the remaining Timino in the vicinity of everything.
Yes.
Kind of clearing this area out. Everybody had kind of settled down for a little bit of a break, discussing what they wanted to do. I also have a note in here that we discussed move tutors existing, so keep that on your radar if you're worried about it.
Okay.
The other thing to keep in mind with moves, as long as, because the document in general, there was 2 that I uploaded today with the updated Pokedex for each route that you guys have encountered or know about. So you guys are now up to 80% complete on Route 101 as a party. So there's only 2 unknown Pokemon on this route at the moment.
Unknown that we haven't ran into?
Yeah, so there was 10 on this route, so there's 2 that you haven't encountered at all yet.
Interesting.
On the other document, it lists out every Pokemon that you guys have encountered as a group. Green text is if you've only seen it. The rest of the text is if you own it. And included in that is all the moves that it can learn. So during training sessions, as long as your Pokemon is that level, you can train them those moves. So like if your Pokemon starter rank, it can only learn starter rank moves. But if there's a move that you don't currently have that you prefer to know, you can train it to learn those moves.
Okay.
So
cool.
And pay attention to your will or insight score, because that's how many moves your Pokemon can know.
It can know.
Yeah. So some of your Pokemon can know more moves.
Okay.
Yeah, so some of your Pokemon can know more moves than they currently have. You just need to do a training session and teach them that move, essentially. So.
So we'll could learn a couple more moves.
Kind of sitting down to.
I'll be right back. I got a thing I'm dealing with.
Okay. Sitting down to do some training with their Pokemon before lunch. Eliot had actually broken off because he wanted to test his mettle against an actual trainer. because Taimano's been doing really, really well, but
Yeah.
he hasn't really tested it against another person, and that was one of the remaining things he needed to do to become beginner rank. Collin had offered to battle him, but Elliot was looking for like a third-party viewpoint on this whole thing. So he had gone out, he had found a bug catcher with a cricketot and basically dumpstered this poor kid, even talking shit on him like as he's going.
I barely remember this part.
Yeah, well, because the cricketot only knew bide and it wasn't.
Oh,
able
that's right.
Yeah.
And I just fucking nailed him the whole time. I remember now. I remember why I taught some shit. Because the cricketot was bide.
So Elliot then had met his requirement to go up to beginner rank and had come back to group up with everybody. He had also won a little bit of zinni off of the bug catcher at this point. Getting back over to it, where everybody had grouped up for lunch, to nobody's surprise, Munchmax had kind of like claimed the sleeping bag and was eating her lunch over there, which kind of irritated Collin, but he was more interested in doing some training with his Flabebe, which he named Baby.
Cool.
Collin had made some targets with his crafting skills and had Baby targeting them with her Vine Whip, which ended up being a successful training session for her. Lissa had worked with Poplio using water gun, using those same targets, which had been successful. And then Elliot had, because Taimano had been like putting in the work over the last couple days, he had thrown out the rest of his Pokemon and had like a little bit of a hype session for Taimano, which had kind of like built up the loyalty and happiness of his whole party off of one go.
Wow.
And he had even invited Munchmax over and to enjoy in on this bonding experience. Following this, the group had briefly discussed what they wanted to do the next day. I guess it wasn't lunch, it was like a dinner. We ended up kind of doing it as a late afternoon thing because it ended up going to bed after this. Elliot had come to the conclusion that Munchmax would share the sleeping bag, so he would get into it and then she would curl up kind of like a cat, based off of his leg position. And then he had even called out the rest of his Pokemon and had them curl up with him as well. The group had then kind of talked a little bit about the gym leaders, with Collin specifically remembering that Wasatry Pinnacle is led by Sparklestone, who has a Drillbur and a Rhyhorn in his party. And then the other gym out in Sipsail is Marina Tide, who has a Squirtle and a Quaxley. Based off of this, the party kind of came to the conclusion they should focus Wasatry Pinnacle first, since they had better Pokemon prepared for that battle. Before that, they decided that following morning they would backtrack to Gelfest one last time and kind of like heal everything up before they commit to making it out down to the junction of Route 101 and then where it splits to either go Route 1 or Route 2. That morning they had some Starly eggs, kind of like eggs in a basket sort of breakfast going on. And then Elliot had gone out and done a training session with Seedot again to search for Oranberries, which ended up being the last training session he needed to get Seedot up to beginner rank. So his Seedot is now beginner rank.
Nice.
And he had found 3 berries on that. While in town, Collin had picked up some more Pokeballs because he was running a little bit low. And Elliot had talked with the nurse there, which was Nurse Wendy, an older lady who had kind of informed him that in addition to the normal trainers, there are some like elite trainers that if you like ace trainers, like if you wanted to test your metal against someone like really, really high, you could do that. There also is a potential to run into like hikers, breeders, or other adventurers. There was also my lore drop on how fainted Pokemon actually work and how they will wander off to heal, so you guys shouldn't worry about leaving them kind of like laying on the ground or anything like that. And then she had mentioned that sometimes there's way stations to heal up your Pokemon, where it's like someone is like set up like a camp or something like that where you guys could stop and heal without. It's not as effective as like the Pokemon Center where it's like an instant heal, but it does serve its purpose of giving you a respite without having to backtrack to the nearest town.
Cool.
She had specified that the nearest one that she's tracking is at the junction of routes 101, 2, and 3, so it's basically at that T section on the map. So it should give like a decent checkpoint before making your way to one of the gyms. Getting back out on Route 101, the group had decided to do some additional battling with a hope for either another Trico encounter or a Drillbur. Eventually, you guys had come across the Bonsweet, a Kricketot, and Flababy, but decided to move on without engaging. Around the halfway mark of the route, the party had seen that the rolling hills had started to lead into like a less lush environment. Basically, as you guys are starting to get closer and closer to like the mountain area, so like it's the transitionary period between like this really green and like vibrant like river and forest area to more of an arid climate. It's not quite into like the brown grass sort of it, but you can see that it's like getting a little drier as you're making your way. At this point,
which route are we going on? Route 2, right?
You guys are currently still on Route 101, about halfway down Route 101.
Okay. Okay, all right.
You guys had then seen a couple Timonos, and to Elliot's delight, there was a Drillbur. Seeing that it was burrowed, like a burrow coming out, he had his C-Dot kind of like hop on the hole to block it with his Timino ready to engage, and then the rest of the party had joined in. Cinders had kind of like come up with a side attack, Poplio as well, and then Elliot had sort of bribed Munchmax with an Oranberry to like jump up and down in the vicinity to cause the Drillbur to come out of its hole. As soon as it pops out, Timino had landed a pretty solid attack on it. C-Dot had kind of like gone into a defensive stance, and the rest of the party kind of provided support. Munchmax, after getting it out, Elliot quickly gave it the Oranberry and had it go off to the side, worried that the Munchmax might cause the Drillbur to faint, because twice now Collin's Munchlax had caused Pokemon to faint, so he wasn't taking any chances. But
Bernie
ultimately,
just doesn't understand his strength. That's all. That's all.
Ultimately, the teamwork proved beneficial, and Elliot was able to catch the Drillbur, which had ended off our last session. So we're, I would say, probably like early evening-ish. You guys have done a couple training sessions, but if you recall, I had ruled it that as long as you're doing a training session with a different Pokemon, you can do multiple training sessions the same day, as long as it's not, we don't get too excessive with it. But before we get into RP, my wife is doing a book club tonight. So about every hour or so, I'm gonna take a pause to go check on Artemis, make things sure everything's good or whatnot. So we're gonna take a quick one of those. So we'll do like a 5-10 minute break, and then we'll get into the meat and potatoes of the session. Well, the floor is your guys's. It is evening. Technically, it was a sunny day, so like, but you guys are getting to night, so we'd consider it just a clear evening as far as like weather conditions go. We'll say it's like 4 or 5 in the evening, so like since it's summertime, like it's still light enough to like be productive. You probably got like another 3 or 4 hours of light, but it is kind of like getting into the later time of the day. But the floor is yours on what you guys would like to do.
I think in a way to sort of like, I don't think Collin has necessarily had a Sorry, I just had to turn it down for a second.
Yeah, it was full fucking volume for some reason on that.
Can somebody refer? Because I had to step away to deal with the pizza order. Where are we at right now, and what's going on?
You guys
Okay, so
are about
basically-
half the way down Route 101. So if you in the general chat, there is a map if you need a reference.
Okay.
The general consensus or region documents. Sorry, region documents is where I put that. You guys had made the general consensus that you wanted to head to Wasatry Pinnacle as your first gym, which would require you guys to move all the way south on Route 101, hit the junction there, and then head east on Route 3, and then head south on Route 102. So you're about half the way down Route 101 at the moment, with the intent of going to Wasatry Pinnacle to battle the ground type gym leader,
First gym.
Sparklestone.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand where we're at now. Are we camping right now, or are we on foot?
Yeah, we're basically
You guys had just
we're like
left off
halfway through
with
the route, right?
Yeah, you're about halfway through the route. You guys had just finished battling a drillbur, but you guys haven't committed to anything after that. So technically, you have a few more hours in the day, so you could do some more training. You could hunt for some more Pokemon. You could find trainers if you'd like. There's options to go find like berries nearby. I don't know if I brought it up before, but like kind of like in the normal Pokemon games, you could just do exploring and potentially come across items that have been dropped, such as extra Pokeballs or those types of things. Or you guys could just go down for the night and set up for the next day.
Okay.
At the very least, I think we should, like, would you say that we're in the evening hours?
Yeah, it would be like, I mean, for me, I call it evening because we eat around like 4 or 5 p.m. So it's like 4 or 5
That's what I
p.m.
was
in the
thinking, though.
evening. So
Okay.
it's summertime though,
so-
so you really have until about like 3 to 4 hours of daylight minimum left.
Okay, yeah. I think I'd like to just get a place to camp out for the night picked out, and I want to spend a little bit more time training with some with my munchlax.
Perfect. Technically, it takes about 2 hours per training session. You haven't done any with any of your Pokemon today, so you have kind of the full variety available.
So would you say I'd be able to train 2 Pokemon?
Yeah, you should, unless you're staying up late, 2 would be the max you could get done.
Okay. Well, 2 would be optimal, but I'm going to opt for 1, and then my second, like the remaining time I have, just have like a team building sort of like activity sort of thing.
Yeah. Go ahead and describe what you're wanting to do for your training session.
Okay, so hot, fresh off the coals with the innovation I had with Flebebe's training. I feel very inspired to sort of innovate on that even further. So the targets that I made for the Vine Whip exercises that I spent with Baby, for Bernie, what I'm going to do is like have 2 targets that are head level with Bernie, and I have them sort of close to the ground, and then I'll sort of like tie the targets or hang them up from tree branches as higher, sort of needing to like sort of jump to destroy. And the whole point is I'm just going to create a little bit of a run for Bernie to like kind of use a series of tackles to destroy the targets.
While we're on this, is there any desire to either learn a new move or trade out an existing move? I don't remember what Bernie's willpower is, but because they're beginner rank, you have a few options of moves.
Its
if you
willpower is 5.
Yeah, so Bernie could know up to 5 moves, and
only
technically
knows 4.
you have 8 potential moves that you could teach it.
How do I? Oh, where do I determine? Is that in the doc that you mentioned earlier?
Yeah, so in the region docs, there's one that
hold on.
says Pokedex entries unlocked. At the very bottom of it is Munchlax, because Munchlax is the furthest along in the Pokedex. So because it's in Pokedex order. And
Oh shit! It's gonna open in freaking Microsoft, which I don't have.
it's a
on my
Word
computer.
Word doc, yeah.
My bad.
Does it?
Yeah, my bad.
The potential moves your Bernie could know is Snatch, Lick, Tackle, Odor Sleuth, Metronome, Defense Curl, and Amnesia.
Okay, I will go for Lick.
Okay.
So instead, do I? Okay, well, maybe I'll keep the same idea for the run to destroy the things, but maybe encourage it to use its tongue for lit, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know.
Go ahead and roll me a. Sorry, I'll look at the thingamabob here. It's your lore plus a. We'll go with a dexterity from your Bernie's stat sheet. So your lore plus Bernie's dexterity.
Okay, hold on. So I got a 2, and then Bernie's dex.
Yes.
Okay, which is dexterity. Where's that at? Oh, right there, 2. So is it 4? So is it one bubble is a d6?
Yes. So depending on how many bubbles you are, that's how many d6 you roll. Your successes are 4, 5, or 6 on a d6. You only need one, but.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm rolling 4, so here we go. That's 4 successes.
4 successes. That is a crit success. So as Bernie's going through this, it seemed like Bernie was like already predisposed to like wanting to know Lick.
Wanting to do it?
So like the giving him an incentive to like work on a move has like basically awakened something in him, and like it was very natural for him, and you can go ahead and mark off a successful training session for him, and he now knows the move Lick.
Cool.
Okay. Anybody else for this evening?
I won't do it now, just to give everyone else a turn. But I do want to spend like maybe an hour or and a half with a little team little thing.
Oh yeah. Go ahead and roll me however many Pokemon you're having included in this. That's how many dice you'll roll, and we'll determine how successful. Kind of like how we did with Elliot last session, to determine how much this bonding experience works towards your folks.
Okay. I was planning on bringing out the whole party.
Okay, that's.
So it would be Cinders, Bernie, and Baby.
Okay. Are you wanting to include Munchmax in this?
Yeah, because like I think Collin is interested in seeing the sort of hierarchical sort of like positioning between my Bernie and Munchmax.
Perfect. Go ahead and roll me 4 dice then.
Okay. 2 successes.
Perfect. Yeah, it seems like it's a good bonding experience. It almost is one of those like the previous day with Elliot and his Pokemon. Your Pokemon had kind of like seen it, and now getting to kind of like experience the same sort of like bonding moments has resonated with them really well. All of your Pokemon, you can mark that their happiness and loyalty went up.
Cool.
And that they, on your achievements you can mark off that you've done a loyalty happiness increase for a
Oh,
Pokemon.
fuck yeah. Cool. Okay, so just real quick for clarification. There's going to be a moment in all of this where Colin starts to feel that sort of like, oh my gosh, is this like, is this like what being a Pokemon trainer feels like? Like I start to sort of like see the vision. And in that vision, I still, even at that point of like, success, see a like dotted outline of a missing Trico in my party amongst the three that I have. But yeah, I'll just spend the rest of the night and essentially, I don't know. I was thinking it could be a potential like game of hide and seek that I play with all my pokes, and we just like take turns being seekers. So I don't know. We'll spend like because it's like getting late, and so it's like a sort of like a night game, if you will.
Yeah, Manhunt. You ever do that one?
Sure. Yeah.
Perfect.
But yeah, that's all that I'll do. Sorry, I feel like I've
No,
been...
you're perfect. All right, Lissa or Firestarter Jan, what are you doing for the evening?
So, because all I need to rank up is to understand Pokemon Gesture, how do I go about doing that?
Because I wasn't a huge fan of that one, basically just describe something you're doing with your Pokemon and I'll have you roll for it. If you get a success, we kind of mark it off. It's literally nowhere else in the core rulebook except for this one spot, so it doesn't even describe really what it entails to make it happen. So what I was ruling is like you and your Pokemon would be doing something, and then I would have you roll to see if you pick up on like what the Pokemon's trying to get you to understand.
Okay. And I haven't trained with any of my Pokemon today, right?
No, the only person that did a training session today was Elliot. So all of yours are open for training. You can get about 2 training sessions in before the evening kind of closes out.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and pull out my Poplio and go ahead and do a training session with her.
Perfect.
Oh, dude, like Lissa, like your Populo is literally gonna sweep the floor of the gym we're going to, dude. Like you're literally gonna fucking
Especially
wipe
that
their
fucking
ass.
Rhyhorn, because that's 4 times effective.
Yeah, dude. Like it's gonna be yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited, but yeah, so we'll train her. I will go to my own area, not by Colin there, and set up some targets as well for her to shoot water gun at.
Okay.
If you want, you can borrow mine.
You said you destroyed yours though.
Oh well,
No,
I like to imagine they're
Bernie
breakable.
licked
Like,
the fuck out of it.
like I think about like like at like the karate thing, how they have the breakable boards. It's like sort of like that sort of thing. Like they can be like put back together. They're meant to be broken.
Okay. So then Alyssa will go over to Colin and be like, "Hey, Colin, do you mind if I borrow your targets to train Populo?"
No, please. And you can see that like I'm like currently hiding behind a tree that's not fully concealing my body, in an attempt to hide from Baby, who's currently seeking in hide and seek. And I just like sort of like shove him over to you before you give my position away.
I'm just gonna raise an eyebrow and then direct Populo to shoot water gun at the targets.
Perfect. Go ahead and give me a special for Poplio. It's the special from Poplio's score and your lore score.
And we roll.
I'll be right back. My pizza's here.
D6s.
So you're going to count however many bubbles you have. That's how many D6s you roll. A success is a 4, 5, or 6 on that D6.
So from your lore and Poplio's special.
That is 3 successes.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Yeah, there's this. I mean, Poplio's kind of getting it down. This is the second day in the row that you've kind of done the same sort of like routine with focusing on the water gun. So she's doing very well with kind of like locking in with the targets and progressing. So you go ahead and mark a successful training session with her. Go ahead and give me an insight roll off of your character sheet.
That would be 1 success.
Perfect. That's all you needed. So you can go ahead and mark off a Pokemon gesture, and you are officially beginner rank, which means you get to put 2 points into the blue boxes over here. So strength, dex, vitality, or whatever. 2 into your social attributes, and I know it's slightly different on the actual character sheet. And then you have 4 to put into these boxes here. That's your bonus from being beginner rank. You can now control up to 2 Pokemon at once, and
totally do double battles.
Your achievements now are evolve a Pokemon, win your first badge, and increase loyalty or happiness. Those are the new achievements that you have to rank up. But during this training session, you'll notice that like Poplio, despite the sort of like clown seal sort of appearance of Poplio, it has kind of like locked in whenever you're giving commands. So you can see that it has a deep respect for you as a trainer, and basically any time that you're talking to it, it is very attentive. It's kind of like that, like if you have a really well-trained dog that like it is very attentive and like focused on what you're telling it, sort of thing.
And then real quick, the things I leveled up with the bubbles, how many were each of those again?
So you get 2 in the blue boxes off on the left-hand side.
Okay.
2 in the rainbow color boxes.
Okay.
And then you have 4 in the skill points, this section right here.
Okay. Thank you.
Were you training another Pokemon?
Yeah, dude, go for it. I mean, you have the time for it.
I will go ahead and train Bonsweet.
Perfect. Go ahead and describe it.
We will have her use the same targets as well, and I will direct her to use Splash on the targets.
Perfect.
Which probably don't break them too much, but like...
You know, per the games and even this one, Splash literally does nothing. But go ahead and give me your lore and the Bonsweet's special score, and go ahead and roll me for your training session.
Come on.
That would be 2 successes.
Oh, nice. Yeah, so Bonsweet, it does the best it can. Because it's a starter rank Pokemon, it just doesn't have a whole lot in its arsenal at the moment. But you can see it's putting in a lot of effort, and while it doesn't seem to do much to the targets themselves, it does seem that the Bonsweet, at a minimum, is increasing in its proficiency with using attacks. So whether or not Splash is going to be effective, maybe not, but once Bonsweet's maybe learned another move or two, you can tell that it's going to have already put in the work to be there.
Wait, are you able to teach it a move?
Yeah, that might be beneficial. Let me look and see what Bonsweet has in its arsenals as a starter rank Pokemon.
Because maybe it's more than just Splash.
As a starter, it's Splash or Play Nice, which I think it might actually already know both those moves.
Yeah, I do have it. It has both those already.
So, realistically, kind of confirming with your Pokedex and how this training session went, you know that you're going to have to put in the work to do some training with Bonsweet, but really it's not going to have a whole lot in its arsenal until you get it up to beginner rank.
Payoff. Yeah. Gotta keep training it.
Okay. Firestarter Jan, are you back?
Yes, are you? Yeah.
Well, what we'll do is we'll go ahead and RP out the rest of the evening here, and then we can circle back if Firestarter Jan wanted to do anything prior to hitting the hay. So, um, training sessions have kind of happened and everything. Is there any sort of like inner party RP before we close out the evening?
I think unless if Lissa would like to have a conversation, um, Collin wouldn't be too proactive about having any sort of like social interaction. After the amount of traveling this afternoon and the battling, um, though it's more of a physical effort on his Pokemon than it is for him as a trainer, the sort of, strain of being vigilant has, taken a toll, especially after training and having the run around with hide and seek with his pokes. He may just sort of like rest for the night, and I think um, on the because of the tail end having as good of a time as we did playing hide and seek, I will have everyone sleep out of their Pokeballs tonight, and maybe have like kind of sleep around Cyndaquil sort of flames as we are kind of cuddled in the sleeping bag or whatever.
Yeah, kind of as it's one of those. It seems like it's starting to grow on Colin, with this whole arrangement with the sleeping bag. Because like, as soon as like you curl up, Munchmax, like sort of does like the Munchlax like water
Oh, no.
over to the sleeping bag, like curls up around like your legs. She's not in the sleeping bag. She's like on top of it.
Sure,
Um,
sure.
and then as you throw out the rest of your Pokeball, they all kind of like curl up, and it's kind of like between Bernie and Munchmax, like it's kind of like they're like the
Oh,
center of like the
yeah.
Pokemon pile, and you've got like Cyndaquil on top, and the other one's kind of like curled up around him. So they're kind of like using the two Munchlaxes as like the bed for them, and then
Sure.
but Colin
Yeah,
has no
okay.
worries about keeping warm because like there's plenty of body heat coming off the other Pokemon here to like get him through the evening.
Sure. So yeah, I'll just be ready for the night unless if anyone else wants to talk. But yeah.
Perfect. Anything for you, Lissa?
Nothing from her.
Okay. We'll say that you guys have probably about, and unless you're like really hoofing it, and the only thing you're doing is walking down the route, you've got probably about 2 days left on Route 101 to kind of like close out the rest of it. So the reason why you made it this far is because you didn't really battle anything from Gelfast all the way to about midway point, except for the Drill Bear at the end of the day. So
I
unless
see.
you're like
Okay.
hyper focused and not battling or anything like that, like it's going to be about a 2-day trip to get to that junction. But as the next morning comes up, let me get my weather table to see what kind of weather you guys.
I was just about to ask.
Our next day here. That one. All right. Today it's going to be a little cloudy. You can tell that there's probably a storm that is rolling in on the coast, and you guys have gotten a little bit further inland from it. So like the clouds are there,
Okay.
and it's a little overcast. So it'd be considered cloudy. But like it weather-wise, it's not bad. It's like 75-ish out. If anything, it's like perfect temp because like with the overcast, like the sun's not really beating down, so it's kind of like a nice breeze coming off the river as you guys are waking up. Before you guys are like hitting the road or anything like that, is there any sort of stuff you're wanting to do with breakfast? It's a little bare bones. You guys are getting a little bit further out, so like there's still some trees, but it's starting to get a little bit further between the trees. And
Right.
like I had mentioned, The river's still here, but you can tell that like there's not quite as much lushness. So
Right.
Brogy just makes a quick. He does like some pancakes. Um, so nothing too extravagant. There's a little bit of like the syrup's made with like the sap from the nearby trees. Um, so like it's a little bit more earthy flavor profile.
Cool.
But other than that,
Okay, so I will say once Collin sort of gets ready for the day and he like sort of tucks his shirt in and whatnot, he'll look over to Lissa and be like, well, so it looks like we're probably going to be traveling for another couple of days, unfortunately. And you see Collin looks a little bit you know, yeah, you can tell that like he's not necessarily the type of guy who's like ready to go on like miles long walks daily. You can tell he's kind of like, you know, a little out of his element. Um, but like it might be nice to continue to potentially train our Pokemon and catch some new ones, but I I just, I feel like yesterday we kind of did that, and I just don't want you to feel pressured to like continue to do that. So, unless if you want to like really like hoof it and make our way to Celadon, what was it called?
Celadon City. No, Wasatry Pinnacle.
Wasatry Pinnacle. I don't know. What do you think?
Melissa's gonna kind of look at Collin and say, "Oh, I'm good to see about training more Pokemon or catching more Pokemon. I'm all about catching them all."
And you'll see me like shift up my glasses and like in anime, the little sheen of light goes across them. At which point I will return all my Pokemon to their balls, except for because Flabebe is the newest arrival. Flabebe will be out of. Shoot, do we write down if it was a boy or girl, or do we just decide that on our own? Doesn't matter. I think they're muted.
Because I am.
Oh shit.
I think I was kind of like leaving it to you guys for the most part. All I was doing, if you asked, is I was flipping a coin, 50-50 basically, shot on it.
Not gonna lie, would you be okay with Flabebe just being a girl?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I think I referred to the Flabebe as a girl earlier. The only thing I made the executive decision on, because I put it into the PowerPoint slide already, is that the flower your Flabebe is holding is a red one.
I forgot about that detail.
Because they come in four color varieties: orange, white, red, or yellow. Yours is holding a red one. And we'll say the Flabebe is kind of like up, like riding on your shoulder, because this thing, it's fucking tiny. It literally is the size of a flower. Smaller than the flower.
Yeah,
it's like holding the flower.
Yeah, and I like to think that like when baby gets a little like, wants to move around, she'll just like float on her flower petal to like a different, like maybe on my backpack in like a little side pouch or something.
Yeah.
But quick question. Am I aware of where these flowers are these flowers that the Flabebes have common to the route that we're on right now?
Yeah, we'll say they're like, especially like when you guys got in the woods, there was kind of like the red and like white flowers were pretty prevalent. So it's no surprise that you encountered a red one, because really there was two options on this route.
Okay, well, I'm going to, I mean, if I see another Flabebe, that's fine. But I'm going to try and keep my eye out for the flower that is existing naturally in the world, to potentially have the option to switch colors of flower if I see it.
Okay. I don't
Um,
remember if that's how flood babies work because that's a gin that I didn't play.
it's
But
not. It's
okay.
not. I'm just trying to like bend in the rules a little
Oh
bit.
no, I like
to
it.
see-
I mean, it makes sense. That's kind of like how Truby or Cherium specifically, like daytime its
yeah.
flowers open, nighttime it's closed.
Right.
And then I think there's a couple other ones that like with the Oricoros, depending on what nectar
Yeah,
you feed
from
it, it
Sun and Moon.
changes form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the dancing
Yeah.
thing or whatever. Yeah.
So we're gonna make that lore-wise for
Oh sure.
Elysara
Okay. Cool.
is
My
that
bad.
the flood babies are they'll pick a flower that's nearby and associate it with it. So about the time this one starts to wilt, it will be looking for another flower to
Oh, okay,
link up with,
cool.
essentially.
Oh, okay, cool. All right. Then, like I said, I'll just keep an eye out for it as
Mhm.
we're continuing on. But, yeah. Yep. I guess I'm ready to go.
Perfect. So
I
you
wish Clarissa was back already. God damn it.
as you guys start making your way, are you guys kind of just doing like we did towards the end of last session, where like you're sort of passively looking at Pokemon every so often, and then making the decision if you're going to engage?
How much of that impedes our travel towards our destination?
The passive, it only impedes it if you choose to battle.
Oh,
So
I
like
see.
this is, you see some Pokemon on the route, you choose if you're going to engage with them. If you don't, travel time's the same. If you choose to engage with them, it could slow you down a little bit. But I would
Sure,
say your guys'
okay.
pace today is probably a little bit slower than the previous day, just because you guys were really dead set on like trying to make it to the junction as fast as possible yesterday. So unless you guys are really hoofing it, which point I would say you guys would probably, especially like any Pokemon that are out, would feel a little sluggish, just because you're pushing it. Sort of like there's not really an exhaustion system, but that would be kind of a side effect.
Yeah. Just a quick question. I'm sure this isn't something that you have considered, but like, how high in elevation are we moving?
It's not bad right now. I would say this is probably,
Because like we're going towards the mountains, right?
I would say this is. You're starting to feel it a little bit, mostly as like the rolling hills started to die off. It's not like you don't feel the gradient per se because like you guys are
It's
walking
steady
and everything.
enough.
But like
like
you
as
can
you're
start to
going,
tell
you
that
realize
like it's wearing you out a little bit more than yesterday's
than-
travel did.
right. Gotcha. Okay.
Now, whether or not Colin's putting two and two together, or if it's just like, well, I walked a lot yesterday, so today is really
Well, I do have 2 in science,
Okay,
so like
perfect.
I feel like maybe I might be clocking that.
Perfect.
Anyways, I think we should like definitely do passive, just to be sure, because and I sort of like walk up to Lissa, and for a moment my glasses sort of magnify the size of my like eyes as I pull out my Pokedex, and I show you that if you look here, it says we still have 2 Pokemon we have not identified on this route. And I'm not saying we can't leave until we figure that out, but how nice would it be if we did? And I sort of adjust my glasses.
Listen will giggle a little bit and then say, "Yeah, no, I would like to figure out what those 2 are."
Perfect. Firestarter
Perfect.
Jan, you got any comments since you made your way back?
Yeah, so
Oh, you're back! Yes!
wait, what are we doing? Setting fire to things?
We just... Are we after breakfast and starting to travel, or is this during
I would say this is probably like breakfast. You guys are making your kind of game plan. You pop
yeah.
Flubbaby out to like travel with you, but like other than that,
Okay.
You guys are like solidifying the game plan for today. Collin has like come up with the plan of probably being like passively um, catching Pokemon. So basically, you guys would be walking, seeing what Pokemon appear. If it entices you, then you would stop and battle. Otherwise, you would just kind of keep on your route. I had said it's about 2 days to the end of Route 101 where that junction is. Long. It could be potentially longer if you guys are battling. Could be a little bit shorter if you're like you don't really battle and you just head towards the end of the route.
And I was suggesting, because like, although most of us will have an edge on the gym that we're heading towards, that's why we chose it. I think we would still benefit from a little bit of grinding. I'm trying not to just full commit to grinding, but like we're not going to hate ourselves for doing it. So I'm suggesting that's what we do, like at least passively, as we continue on, despite if it hinders our travel by a couple half a day or so. I don't know. But that I don't know. That Lissa and I have sort of come to agreement. I don't know if you also. I don't know if you feel like opposed to that, but if you know, that's kind of what we had in mind.
Okay, that's good with me.
Cool.
So as you guys, I lost one of my dice.
Oh, also, it's a cloudy day, so no weather effects basically apply, but it's cloudy.
Yeah, I think there are some Pokemon that benefit from Cloudy Day, but I don't remember what they are.
Wait, really?
Or at least in the games, I think there's some that are more likely to. I haven't implemented that part. I don't remember all the Pokemon abilities, to be honest. There's a fuck ton of them, but I don't think anybody had the chlorophyll ability. So like, I don't think anybody really had a benefit from weather that's currently playing tonight. The first little bit of the day, so we'd say probably like the first couple hours of you guys kind of head down the route. You come across a couple Timino sort of in the river here, and then you can see kind of like on the river bank, trying to like get some of the Timino, sort of like that awkward sort of like bear approach to like trying to like grab it out of the water real quick. There's another Munchlax trying to fish these couple Timino out of the river.
I want it. I want the Munchlax.
So Firestarter Jan has at least indicated
Munchlax
it.
and Timino?
There's 2 Timino and a Munchlax.
Okay. I will engage in battle with one of the Tynamos.
Okay.
Lissa, do you want to battle a poke?
Yeah, I'll do the other Dynamo.
Perfect. All right, let me pull up some things so that we can get our battle going. I will definitely
Exactly.
activate that music here in a minute.
Oh, dude, please.
Go ahead on your guys' whichever Pokemon you guys are throwing out. Look at what the initiative score is, so we can kind of get our battle order here.
Say that one more time. Sorry, I was doing something.
Look at your initiative score for whatever Pokemon you're throwing out. For those of you, all 3 of you are beginner rank. If you'd like, you can technically use 2 Pokemon at the same time. If you'd like.
I will do
no
that.
No pressure, but I know some of you have Pokemon that struggle by themselves because they might only know Splash. So even just having it out so that can like passively pick up on the experience.
Even if the other one's doing all the work.
Yeah.
So quick question. Battling does what for a Pokemon? Does that go towards training / stuff?
No, that's just victories. So victories, which goes towards evolutions.
Oh, that's right. Okay. against my Dynamo, I'll say, "Okay, baby, let's see what you got, honey." And I'll also send out Bernie to go in for support.
Okay.
And I'm going to sort of like throw both Pokeballs at once. But when I do that, I kind of trip over myself. So Flabebe gets like released first, and then the Munchlax comes out next, like
Perfect.
in sort of like a cocoon motion.
Yeah, the Flabebe kind of like jumps off your shoulder because she had like been.
Oh yeah,
traveling
that's
with
right.
you.
I forgot. My
And
bad.
the
Yes.
Munchlax like comes out of the ball, and there's like a solid like, thoof, like as it lands. You know how in the Pokemon games, like the heavy Pokemon, and like
it's just like yeah, okay.
like it lands normal, but like especially in like
Right,
Sword and
right.
Shield, they added the effect of like you hear like the heavy Pokemon when they land, like it shakes
Oh,
the
okay,
screen.
okay, yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
Firestarter Jan, what are you throwing out?
Firestarter Jan's gonna throw out her Finnegan,
Uh-huh.
and she's gonna look down and go, "All right, Finny, it's time to burn some stuff. Are you ready?"
Perfect. Okay, what is I guess Flababy's initiative?
No.
Sorry.
Oh,
I'll need
sorry,
yours as
my
well.
bad. Initiative for Flabebe is 1.
Okay, and Bernie is
Bernie is sorry, 2.
2. Okay. Go ahead and we'll roll a d6 to roll off of that one.
Okay.
They
1.
got 4. Okay, so Bernie will go after. What is your Finnegan's?
3.
3? Oh, there we go.
Wow, it's a quick little fucker.
And then,
Dude, Finnegan is such a cool poke.
Lissa, what are you throwing out? Or
Against the Dynamo. Dude, send 2 out. Send 2 out for sure.
I was going to.
Don't tell me what to do.
I would
Sorry.
And Bonsweet.
You're sending out. Sorry, what?
Populo and Bonsweet.
Okay, Popplio and Bonsweet. Initiatives for both.
2
2 for both.
for both.
Both?
Okay, go ahead and roll me 2d6s. First one will be for Popplio. Second one will be for Bonsweet.
I was gonna say, can I also send out my Dynamo? I just don't know how much that's gonna help me with a ground Pokemon.
Munchlax is normal type, but the Timino, even if
For the
he
big
doesn't,
traits.
if it doesn't necessarily help, it will need experience if you're wanting to level it up. So it might be easier to have it out there, even if Finnegan's the better
Just for
hitter,
it.
so that it passively gets experience as well. And because you guys, all of these Pokemon are within a vicinity, all of your Pokemon are passively getting experience from all 3. So in theory, all of these Pokemon should be able to get 3 victories out of this.
Is
Okay.
Munchlax in theory involved in this bunch?
Munchmax, you guys
Munchmax,
can
sorry,
have
yeah.
Munchlax involved if you'd like. You just need to indicate to her, kind of like what you guys did with Drillbur, as Elliot called Munchmax over to assist with the battle. Otherwise, she defaults to kind of like
gotcha.
setting off to the side, munching while you guys are doing your thing.
Sorry, please be on your way.
What was the D6 for Popplio?
Oh yeah, Popular.
3.
3. Okay. And then roll me 1 for Bonsweet.
That was a 2.
Oh, perfect. Makes sense that the Popplio goes first.
So our initiative is going to be Finnegan.
Hold on, is it too late for me to throw out my Dynamo as well?
No, you can throw out your Timino as well. What's the initiative for the Timino?
For some reason, I don't have that written down.
You got
Dynamo
yours.
is
You got yours
+1,
from
I think.
Gelfast, right?
yeah.
I think so, yeah. I know it was caught.
I'm pretty sure she taught her Dynamo around the same time that Elliot taught his Dynamo.
Yeah,
Could be
mine was
wrong
caught.
though.
Yeah. What? Oh, that doesn't help. I was gonna say which. What nature does it have?
I don't know. Apparently, I didn't write that down either.
Okay, I'm going to give
What
you a
have you
screenshot here in a minute of one of the ones from Gelfast. We're going to go with you have 2 on your initiative, and then I'll give you this
Okay.
stat sheet.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll me a d6 to... see where you fall in this.
Oh, that'd be a 1.
Okay. So we're going to have the 2 Wild Timinos, the Munchlax, then Poplio, then Bonsweet. Then Bernie. And then Firestarter Jan's Timino. And then Flubbaby bringing up the rear.
Cool.
All right, Finnegan, starting us off.
The music, DM.
Yeah, I probably should do that. I've got like 15 tabs open right now.
Sorry. I was
you're
just trying
good.
to give you a friendly reminder.
No, you're good.
Oh, dude. Well,
Yeah, this one ended up being really good last session. I'm hoping that it isn't fucking like blocked on YouTube. I haven't found out yet because I haven't uploaded last session yet, but
right. Yeah. Also, I put that image of closer to what Colin looks like in the Discord chat.
oh, I think you sent me that before, and I didn't save it to PC art. I'll get that uploaded before this one goes.
Oh yeah, I remember him. Actually,
Yeah, he's definitely a little chubby, but not like, nothing crazy. Tucks in his shirt, has a belt. Very much like I'm actually energy for sure.
yeah, 100%. I can see that.
His parents said he couldn't come home until he got a couple gym badges.
In case anyone forgot, that's Firestarter Jan.
Oh no, I remember.
I was gonna say
100%.
I have that one in PC art. So the only
It's like
This is
Flannery
the-
vibes.
Liz is the other one that I'm missing. So, Liz, if you have character art, no pressure, but when you have it, I will get it added to our PC art
Yeah.
and upload it onto the PowerPoint slides at the end of my YouTube videos.
Yeah, Alyssa, like just Google like adjective Pokemon trainer, and I'm sure you might be able to find something.
I will get right on that.
Perfect. Okay. So Finnegan, starting us off.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Also, DM, I don't know if this matters or not, but it is my intentions to catch this Munchlax.
So I give indicators of like yellow and red health to kind of give you an idea of how close you are to murdering it.
Okay. I mean, I guess out here in the wild without a Pokemon Center, what else is going to happen, right?
Well, I did add that into the lore. You might have missed this towards the end of it, but the lore for like fainted Pokemon isn't that they necessarily die; it's that they sort of like limp off to heal up after you've caused them to faint. So like
Okay.
you can't catch them because like
Yeah,
their
like
vitality is too low, but
Right.
you don't have to feel guilty about taking them down to 0 HP. The only time Pokemon actually die is if you continue to hit it after it's fainted. So like
Well,
you
that's
can
fucked up,
kill
but okay,
Pokemon
good
just
to
like
know.
you can die as well, but you have to take additional damage after you're at 0 HP.
Okay.
In
Well-
the chat, I just dropped in Timino's stat sheet from Gelfast. So if you don't have Timino's stuff fully filled out, that's what it would look like.
Okay.
But
Yeah, I'll get that filled out after this turn.
But yeah, for Finnegan, at the moment, none of the wild Pokemon are necessarily aware that you're there. Like I said, the Munchlax is actively trying to catch these 2 Timino. as you guys are kind of like coming in.
Oh, that's what's happening. Okay. Okay.
So the Munchlax is kind of like on the river bank with the Timino kind of like in the stream.
Ooh, Jan, you might be getting a shiny coat, Munchlax for yourself. On the eyebrows, I love it.
Not specifically shiny, but the way I've kind of like identified the Munchlax on this route is their coat is a little bit more glossy because of the high fish diet.
And from by the river.
Yeah.
So, Finnegan's going to start off with a scratch attack, and Firestarter Jan's going to look down at Finnegan and go, all right, Finny, I know you don't know any fire yet, but we're getting there. I promise. But for right now, give it your best scratch.
Okay, go ahead and give me your accuracy roll. For scratch, it should be brawl plus your dex.
It's, for accuracy?
Yep.
So what I have written down on here is like power is 2, and then dice pool is strength plus 2.
That's your damage if he hits. On the second page, you might, I can't remember if I put in what scratch was, but scratch accuracy, because it's a physical attack, is brawl plus your dex.
Brawl plus dex. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, so it'll be the Pokemon's brawl plus.
It's dex score.
Right. And is that how many dice I'm throwing?
Yeah, that's
or
how many
much is
d6
that?
you get to roll.
Okay.
And successes are 4, 5, or 6 on the d6.
Okay,
So
so
you got
they're
50-50.
so 3 d6s, right?
Well, depending on how
it's
many
per
bubbles you
bubble.
had, but yeah.
Yeah, I have a 2 in dex and I have a 1 in brawl.
Yep, so you'll roll
So, yeah,
3
be
d6. You need a 4, 5, or 6 for it to be a success.
That's right.
You
it's
only
starting
need
to come
1
back
to
me.
hit, but the more
you
you have, the
can
less
crit all
likely it
3.
is that they could dodge or clash, per se.
Right. Okay, so I have 1, 1, 1, 2, and 1, 3.
So
Oh,
that's no success.
you said a 1, a 2,
1,
and a 3?
1, and 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, no success. So Finnegan goes in for the scratch, and for whatever reason, the Munchlax fucking lucks out and slips as it's like reaching into the river at just the right time that Finnegan sort of scratches over its back, just barely missing it. Basically just dumb luck for the Munchlax, which will bring us to the 2 Timino. Both of them are engaged at the moment with kind of like dodging the Munchlax and haven't really realized they're in a battle yet. So they will not act this round. The Munchlax, however, kind of like passively looks back over after it feels like the swipe that missed it, and will kind of like turn onto the on Finnegan here and make an attempt to attack her. What does this one go? With a tackle.
Wait, who's tackling who?
The Munchlax is attempting to tackle the Finnegan.
Oof. Dude, okay. Dude, Munchlax can be a pretty big threat.
Which
Just be
will
careful.
miss.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Which will bring us to Poplio.
Populo will go ahead and target one of the Tynamos with water gun. Yeah, water gun.
Perfect. Go ahead and roll me that
It will
accuracy
resist.
roll.
And the accuracy again was what? I'm sorry.
With water gun,
Well,
it's
for
going to
water gun,
be
it's
your
different.
dex plus your channel.
Yeah, so your Pokemon's channel and its dex.
Okay. That's 1 success.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me
Okay.
your damage pool.
That is 4 successes.
Jeez. Yeah, this
Oh
land's
my
pretty
God.
solid. The Timino is borderline yellow.
Okay, nice.
That will bring us to Bonsuite.
Use play nice.
I will use play nice.
Okay, go ahead and roll me your accuracy.
Play nice is also the same, right? It's channel.
I don't think so. Give me just a sec. I have the move sheets. I just need to pull it up. Move cards. Those are the blank ones.
Wait, what's the power supposed to indicate on the move? Is that the damage?
That's how many damage dice you get to roll.
Oh, okay.
Session. Okay.
Just looking at my Pokédex, everybody.
Okay, play nice. Your accuracy is your cute plus allure for your bond suite.
Oh, cute plus allure.
That is a whole 1 dice.
Good luck.
Oh, good luck. Come on.
It was
Or
a
a
4.
higher.
It was a 4.
Oh, nice.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so Bond Suite does the sort of like little hop dance sort of thing, and it throws the Timino off just enough to lower its strength.
Oh, dude, that means it's not going to hit as hard. That was good.
All right, that will bring us to Bernie.
Okay, so as I sort of like get into position to conduct my battle phase for my pokes, I look over to Lissa and her sort of like finesse that she has like been able to create with her Poplio and Bonsuite. I like looked over, I'm like, oh my god, like I may have tapped into like what a trainer might feel like last night, but whatever she's doing is on a whole nother level. So I'll try to like in my head try to figure out like how I can sort of mold my two Pokemon's attacks together into one sort of thing. And this is Bernie first, right?
Yep.
Okay, so with that sort of strategizing in mind, I'll go, oh, I have a quick meta question, and I don't know if I would know this in-game or not. So, like, in some of the Pokemon games, at a certain point, Electric-type Pokemon can't be paralyzed. A Poison-type Pokemon can't be poisoned. Fire-type Pokemon can't be burned. Ice-type Pokemon can't be frozen. Is that true in this thing?
Some of those
As
are.
far as-
I don't remember if all of them are. For Collin knowing it, you'll need to give me a science roll, and then I am actively looking the core rulebook specifically for. I think you're looking for what, the paralyzed one?
Yeah, because Lit can paralyze if I'm not mistaken. And unfortunately, I can't read the doc, man. I'm sorry, it's in Word. and I don't have it.
The move one.
Yeah, because doesn't Lit have the chance to paralyze?
I think so. I will, but look up the paralyzed first. In the meantime, go ahead and roll me that science roll.
I have one success with a 5.
Perfect. I think it's. I gotta remember where it's at. Typing.
Do Control F for 5.
Yeah, I just gotta remember where the.
No.
There's a specific one there. It shows the effectiveness.
Status?
Status would be close. I just gotta remember typing. trainer basics.
Is it trainer basics? I was about to say I don't necessarily see anything specifically. Heals, items. Ah, shit. I hate to put us down this rabbit hole. I'm starting to feel guilty.
Yeah, but if we don't do it, then we don't. Then it's a question that we don't find. We don't get the answer.
I mean,
we need it.
I'm down to I'm looking a little bit more, but if you want, we can you can just make the call as GM, and we can correct later if you want. I just am feeling guilty at this point because like, what else do you look into? Because like, maybe. Oh wait, hold on. Typeless? Oh no.
Typeless,
I was about to say, does typeless maneuvers?
Was where I was originally trying to go, but this might work.
Oh, is this it? Oh, this is it. This is it. Oh, maybe not. Maybe it doesn't matter. Does it not matter?
Certain ones I know it mentioned in here. Okay, that's status conditions.
Feel it. All right. There's a Pokemon that immune. Okay, hold on. There are Pokemon types immune to certain ailments. Others are immune if the source is something they resist. But you should still keep some medicine. Okay, so if they resist whatever it is, they're immune to it. So that would make sense. So like, if using a paralyzing move on an electric type Pokemon,
Yeah.
they would resist it. Therefore, they are immune to being paralyzed.
Perfect.
So Tynamo is. Ooh, is he electric type or is he
Yes,
just
he is
normal?
electric type.
Yes, he is.
Okay.
It
Pure
God
has
damn
electric
it.
type.
All of that to fucking say, I'll just use tackle instead.
Okay. While we're on
fuck?
this though, let me find you.
At least we know.
Yeah, we know that, and then
God damn
while
it.
I've got the moves here, just gotta. There's Lick. Okay, so here's your stuff for Lick with power 1.
Oh, let me. Sorry, hold on. Where do I write? Hold on. Give me 2 seconds. I need to pull the sheet out.
I could also. You know what? This is faster.
I'm ready. Power.
There you go. It's in the chat.
Oh, perfect. Sorry, Don.
Snipping tool for the fucking win. Now it's a JPEG, so you should be able to open that.
I see it. Please. So yeah, I'll just use tackle. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. These are questions that needed to be answered anyway, so like. Okay, Bernie. Give us
Okay,
this
so
tackle.
is it? It's strength +2, which is
Well, your
wait, right?
accuracy
Right?
is Dex plus Brawl.
oh, that's what. That's right. That's right. So,
I think Bernie has a pretty solid accuracy on.
yeah.
physical attacks.
That's. Oh, sorry. I got a little distracted. That's plus ball is 1 plus. Oh, it's just 1 actually.
Oh.
Damn. Okay, here we go. Well, that's a 5, so I
Perfect.
succeed.
Now roll your damage pool, which I think is actually the really strong one because I think you have a pretty solid strength. So it's your strength score +2.
It's. Wait, is the power and what's the dice pool versus the power?
It's the
Dice
same
pool
thing.
is what you rolled.
But no, power
Oh,
is
okay.
the modifier onto it. So it's strength plus your power, so it's strength +2.
Okay. All right. So for the. That's gonna be. 3 successes,
Okay.
or do I? Am I?
No,
I didn't know.
that should be fine.
Okay. Okay.
After its defense, it's going to take 1 damage, but a solid strike on the time though.
Cool.
That will bring us to Firestarter Jan's time now.
Okay, so Firestarter Jan's gonna kind of like look at her fish and go, use Thunder Wave. Please do something useful.
Okay, go ahead. You doing a tackle?
No, we're doing Thunder Wave on Munchlax.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me the accuracy, which, if you don't remember, get all the way back up to the top here.
I have accuracy at a 2 for the Dynamo.
Well, the accuracy for that is based off of whichever move we assumed it was going to do the most often, which is probably its tackle and not its Thunder Wave.
Okay.
So you might actually have better with Thunder Wave. Let me just find her here. Oh, did I not put? Maybe I didn't put Thunder Wave in. Oh, there it is. Insight plus its nature.
Insight plus nature.
Yep.
Insight is a 1.
See, it's a good thing that we looked at status conditions, because if this fucking lands, it's the first time I've had to do a status condition in the game.
Well,
So
Perfect.
I'm a little confused because nature just says mild.
no. They're in the skill boxes, the smaller bubbles. There should be one
Yeah.
that says nature.
Oh, you're right. There is. So it's just a 2. So 2d6, right?
Yep.
What am I trying to get?
You just need 1 success, 4, 5, or 6 on a dice.
4, 5, or 6. I got a 6.
Nice. So not only is the Munchlax now paralyzed, its accuracy also went down by 1.
Oh my god, dude, you're
Firestarter Jan looks at Titan
Right.
Munch like, I guess you're not so useful after all. We won't burn you anyways. Looking, welcome to the family.
Yeah, that's a solid move there.
dude,
I
you just
played
need a dead
such
week.
like fucking vanilla in like my Pokemon runs where like if it doesn't do damage I don't use the moves. But like in an
Dude,
tabletop RPG
that's
sense,
wild.
it's so much better to like run status conditions and
Dude,
stuff. I think it's in
and
the regular
that's
games,
literally
too.
true for the games.
Yeah, I over level so much that like if I'm not one-shotting
It doesn't
Pokemon,
matter.
like it.
I don't want you. Yeah, no, I get you. I feel that so hard.
At the bottom of the round we have Baby.
Okay, so after Bernie goes in for a solid tackle, there's a good point of contact that meets. As I'm like, okay, baby, you see that? That's exactly what we're going for. And I'm gonna have baby go for. Sorry, I need to put my shit back into my thing. My bad. I got so distracted. Oh, never mind. I'll do it for a second. All right, so that's gonna be. I'm gonna have her go for. A vine whip.
Oh, nice.
Right after the tackle, I'll go. All right, baby, vine whip, and she'll do a little twirl. And after the 360, she'll like manifest the vines and give it a little slap
Oh,
on
perfect.
the bottom.
Okay, that's
Vine whip, Inky.
Dex plus Brawl because Vine Whip is a physical attack.
Oh, I have written down strength plus. Oh, but that's for the. Never mind. That's plus brawl. That's going to be 1 plus. Oh fuck! Only 1 dice. Yikes! Come on. Oh, a 5.
Oh, nice.
All right.
Okay, go ahead and roll me that damage pool.
All right. That's going to be. That's plus 2. All right. 3 dice here. Oh man, that's only one success.
It there's nothing negative about it. Like it
Sure. Not the
Um,
strong though.
it does okay. Like it's a decent attack. So it takes a little bit of damage. So it's going to take 1. You do notice that. Oh, never mind. I got it the backwards way. Electric grass is resistant to electric, not the other way around.
Yeah. Yep, exactly.
Okay. That is the end of the round. Is anybody wanting to act twice? So if you recall, you can go again during the same round. It just costs you extra successes. So basically, instead of needing 1 success to hit, you need 2.
Yeah.
I want to act twice.
I want to act twice.
Chad, you
Okay.
first, please.
Finnegan is at the top of the round, so if Finnegan's the one acting twice, you'll lead us off.
All right, perfect. Firestarter Jan's going to call for another scratch attack from Finnegan.
Here we go.
So I need 2 successes this time.
Yes.
Okay. Come on, you can do it. You can do it.
Come on, Finny.
I've got a 4 and a 6.
Nice.
Hey!
Go ahead and roll me that damage pool.
Damage pool, it's the strength plus 2.
Yep, so you're going to roll whatever your strength score is plus 2.
Okay, so I have a strength of 3, so 5 dice.
Oh, 5 damage dice. Go ahead and roll this.
Oh my god! Fucking kill him, dude.
Okay, hold on, I need to get 1 more die. No, I don't. Woo! So you want total, right?
However many successes you rolled.
Yeah.
Oh,
how many successes?
So that's only going to be 1 success. I got 1 6.
Okay. It looks like the paralysis has given at least a little bit of an opening. The Munchlax
Nice.
is a beefy sort of Pokemon, though, so like it
Yeah.
lands, it just
It
doesn't
took a
seem to do quite as much as you were hoping for. It did 1 damage, but making progress. Was Poplio or Bond Sweet going twice, or waiting till the next round?
Waiting till the next round.
Perfect. Okay, Bernie. Or
Bernie's gonna go for a metronome. All right, Bernie. I know it's overtime, buddy, but let's do it. Metronome.
Perfect. Go ahead and roll me that accuracy roll. You need 2 successes.
Okay, and that is accuracy. Man, and the
Metronome
The-
is Dex
'cause I
plus
only have-
Perform.
oh, okay. See, in the moves, it only has like, the name of the move, power, and dice pool. I'm realizing
Yeah, I'm not a
that,
huge
uh,
fan
that
of
hit
the character sheet
different.
as far as that's concerned. But let me I'll screenshot Metronome for you.
But you said it's what plus perform?
Dex plus Perform.
Okay, just 2 for me. That's 1 success.
Okay. It looks like Bernie's a little tuckered out from the landing the first move, so isn't able to pull off the metronome this round.
That's fine. That's
Uh,
all right, buddy.
Perfect. That will bring us to is the Timino acting again for you, Firestarter Jan?
Wait, what?
Is your Timino acting again, or was it just your Finnegan?
Can each Pokemon act twice?
It just costs you successes for those Pokemon. Because you guys are beginner rank, you can control 2 at the same time. If you guys were still starter rank, you would only be able to control 1 Pokemon at a time per round.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have my Tynamo do a tackle attack.
Okay. Yeah, you just need 2 successes. So, I guess the consideration is how many dice Timino had to roll, but
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, what's the stats for tackle?
tackle is
Accuracy,
Dex plus brawl,
Brawl
so I don't
plus-
know how many points.
yeah.
Dex press ball. Okay. I've got 2 successes.
Oh, nice. Go ahead and roll me the damage
There
pool.
you go.
So that's gonna be strength plus 2. 4 total. I got 1 success.
I mean, it's still doing its thing. It's tanking some of this, but you're making progress on it.
Nice.
Baby acting again, or back to the top of the round. Okay, up at the top of the round with Finnegan.
One second, I gotta kick the cat out.
Okay.
Catch the bad.
We'll come back to Finnegan here in just a sec. The first
I'm right here.
wild. Oh, you ready?
Yeah. Finnegan's Firestarter Jan's gonna have her do another. Actually, you know what? We're gonna do a tail whip.
Okay.
Nice.
Go ahead and give me that accuracy roll for tail whip, which, according to the tablet here, it says cute plus perform.
Cute plus perform.
Yep.
Oh no.
Oh no!
I feel like I have no stats of those. You should have at least one, but
I only have 1 in cute. We're gonna use my most favorite dice for this one, goddamn. And it's a success.
nice.
Nice.
That will reduce the defense on this Munchlax, meaning it will mitigate less damage. And that will bring us to the first wild Timino. Since it was last hit by the Poplio, it is going to attempt a tackle on that.
Boss.
That is 1 success. Is Poplio attempting to clash or dodge?
We will attempt to dodge.
Okay, you need 1 success. And dodge is your
Is Dex, right?
alert
Plus-
plus your dex.
yeah.
Or sorry, no, it's your evasion plus your dex.
Oh, evasion. Oh, okay. That makes more sense.
Wood dice. All right. That is a 5.
Perfect. Yeah,
Hey, that was
Poplio, kind of, you're in your element in the water, so like while the Timino normally would have an advantage, it ends up not mattering and is able to kind of like swerve out of the way and sort of the wake here on the beach of the river. That will bring us to the second wild Timino, who is going to attempt to land an attack on Baby, since that's the last one to attack
Right.
her, or it. But it misses, which will bring us to the Munchlax. The
Baby, look out before it hits ya! And she'll do a little like fucking 180 twirl to dodge out of the way of the tackle.
Okay, let's look at this. The Munchlax, due to the paralysis, doesn't seem like it could really move. Like it makes an effort of like trying to attack, but like the static effect sort of like locks it up and it's not able to move.
Oh yeah.
Which will lead into Poplio.
So it's gonna go after the Dynamo again with water gun again.
Perfect. Go ahead and roll me that accuracy.
Trying to remember what that's supposed to be again.
For water gun, it is your dex plus your channel.
Okay. That is 2 successes again.
Perfect. Go ahead and roll me some damage.
Oh yeah.
That is 2 successes.
Perfect. The Wild Timino is officially in the yellow territory. It took 1 damage after its defense. That will bring us to the Bond Suite.
Guess we'll play nice again.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me that one.
Hell yeah.
The accuracy for that one.
Cute plus perform is my guess, but I can't remember.
Oh, I scrolled too fast.
Oh shit.
There it is. Cute plus allure.
Oh, that's what it was.
Okay. Yeah. That's a 4.
Perfect.
Nice.
While this is successful, what you'll notice is after the Bond Suite pulls it off, it seems that the Timino, it doesn't really affect it at this point. Your guess is that it is now at its lowest strength score that it can take.
Oh.
Because if you guys remember, you can't force it below 1.
Well, below 1.
Yep. That
Good to know.
will bring us to Bernie.
All right, Bernie, this is it, man. Here we go. Metronome one more time, baby. So that's going to be 2 successes.
Oh, nice. Okay, so for metronome, now roll a d6.
Okay. What?
Your damage pool is 1 plus the.
Damage pool is
The move's power.
SD. What is SD?
So it's your special plus the number that you just rolled. So metronome can hit really hard because you could have up to 6 plus your special.
3.
So you have 3 in your special?
Well, I have 2 plus the 1. That
Oh
I
yeah,
rolled.
which is still solid. It's just it's saved whenever you roll like the 6 and you get fucking 8 fucking dice.
Right. Yeah.
So go ahead and roll me your damage pool.
Okay.
So that
here
was the
we go.
3 there.
Yeah. So the 3. 1 second. Here we go. Oh my God! 2 6s and a 5.
Oh, nice. After the defense, it only takes 1, but you can tell that this is officially in the yellow for the Timino as well.
Okay.
That will bring us to Firestarter Jan's Timino.
Jan? Clarissa? Are you there?
We'll circle back. It will bring us to Baby.
All right. She's gonna just go for a tackle.
Okay. Give me that accuracy. roll.
That's gonna be 1 success.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me some damage.
Okay. Strength plus 2. Okay. 1 success.
You can tell that this Timino is basically on death's door now.
Hell yeah. All right. All right, baby. That was a perfect hit. We're gonna fucking knock this guy's socks off.
Okay, that will bring us to the bottom of the round. Anybody acting twice?
I'll have my
good.
Populo act the second time.
Okay,
Okay.
go
Let's see what
ahead
you
and
got.
give me that accuracy roll for Poplio.
You need at least 2.
That is 2.
Oh, nice.
Ah,
Go ahead
hell
and roll
yeah.
me your damage pool.
That is 2 successes.
After its defense, that's 1, but this Timino is also on death's door.
Hell yeah.
Firestarter Jan, are you back?
Yeah, no, I'm sorry, I've been here. Did I miss Tynimo's second turn? Tynimo's turn?
Yes, you missed Timino's turn. What would you like it to do?
Tynimo's going to do a tackle.
Perfect. Go ahead and roll me that accuracy.
Come on, fishy, you better get up there and slap the shit out of it with that tail. Tackle was brawl plus
Dex.
dex?
Mhm.
Yes.
That's not any better. Thanks. 2 successes.
Oh, nice.
Hell
Go ahead and
yeah.
roll me that damage.
Let's see, just strength plus 2. Okay.
Yeah, I think the Timino actually has pretty decent strength, so you typically get at least 4 dice.
4 dice, but that's only 1 success.
I mean, you're still chipping away. This Munchlax looks like it's on the verge of being in the yellow territory.
Okay.
Are
Good,
either of
good,
your
good.
Pokemon acting twice this round?
Yes, I'm gonna have them both act twice.
Okay, go ahead and start off with the Finnegan. I think everybody else
All
has
right,
already
we're gonna
cleared theirs.
we're gonna do another scratch attack with Finnegan.
Okay.
Brawl plus Dex, right?
Yeah.
I swear to God, I'm about to ground these guys and put them in jail. They are grounded, but because I only got 1 success on that
Okay.
one.
Oh, okay.
No, he needed 2
I need at least 2.
because that was the second round.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Or
But we'll have
Section action.
Tynamo do another tackle.
perfect. Go ahead and roll me that accuracy.
Come on, Tynamo. Grounded. That was only 1 success. Too.
Okay. I mean, that was the second action in the round, so no worries there. Is anybody attempting to throw a Pokeball at this point? So you've got both Timinos in the red. Munchlax is on the verge of being yellow territory.
No, Collin's team is seeing red.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, we're gonna hold out until we get Munchlax into the yellow.
Perfect. All right, that would bring us back to the top of the round with Finnegan.
Finnegan
We
is
go scratch.
going to do-
Scratch that ass.
Wait, who's scratching ass? Oh yeah, Finnegan's gonna do another scratch. That makes
Exactly.
Oh, man.
Give me 5 seconds. I'm mad at my dice.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, I'm good here. So. No success on that one.
Okay. Yeah, it seems like while this Munchlax is sort of like locked up, it's swaying just enough that it's like throwing off the attack because like they're expecting a non-moving target and like it's kind of like rocking back and forth. But that'll bring us to the first wild Timino. It's going to attempt
right.
to land an attack on the Poplio. With 2 successes. Is Poplio attempting to clash or dodge?
We will attempt to clash this time.
Okay.
Can you
need
remind me
2
how Clash
successes.
works?
You pick a move that you're clashing. So, like, you look at one of your moves, and you're going to roll that attack against.
Oh, first is theirs.
Yeah, and then if you
Okay,
succeed,
okay.
both of you take 1 damage.
I see. Okay.
So, like, your tankier Pokemon, it's better to, like, clash than it is to dodge because their evasion's usually lower. And they can take the hit while the Pokemon they're fighting with usually can't.
I see. Okay.
At this stage, it's kind of about aces for dodging or evading. So, if you're using your
Perfect.
water gun or your... So choose if you're going to use your pound or your water gun, and then roll like you were attacking with it.
I see.
Okay.
Or sorry, no, Clash is
That is.
your Dex plus your Clash. Sorry, I got...
Oh, I didn't realize Clash was its own thing.
Yeah, it was. So on your guys' monster sheets, it should already be filled out. There's this Clash box right here.
Oh shit.
So that is 2 successes for that.
Perfect. So your Poplio and the Timino will both take 1, which causes this first Timino to faint.
Hell
Just basically,
yeah.
it didn't have enough left in the tank to hunker out after that. But your Poplio did take 1. For everybody, all of your Pokemon can mark 1 battle, 1 success off of that. So all 6 Pokemon have gained experience off of that first Timino going down.
As a victory?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
The second Wild Timino is going to attempt to land an attack on Baby with 1 success.
Okay.
Is Baby
Okay,
trying to
sorry.
dodge or clash?
Yes. Sorry, I was making popcorn.
Very good.
All right, so, what move is this Dynamo using?
Tackle.
Oh my God, Baby, look out! And I want Baby to sort of like use her Vine Whip to sort of help her dodge roll out of the way. So I'm gonna dodge.
Perfect. Go ahead and give me that evasion roll or dodge roll.
Okay, so it's evasion plus Dex.
I think so. It should already be on the sheet there
Oh, okay.
because there's a box that says
Oh, I
evasion.
see evasion. Oh yeah, I see it. Okay, I have 3. Here we go. Come on, baby. Oh no! I failed. 3d6. I failed.
Oh man. Luckily for you, well, not luckily. You're going to take a little bit of damage. Let's see how bad it is though.
Okay.
Okay, Baby is going to take 1 damage.
Okay. Okay.
Which will bring us to the Wild Munchlax.
Use metronome on his ass.
It is going to attempt a tackle and see if it can overcome its
Now,
paralysis.
can we do anything to evade these attacks?
You can if it hits. It has to succeed on its accuracy first, which it failed. It's still sort of locked up from its paralysis, which
Okay.
will
Hell
bring
yeah.
us to Poplio. The Timino that Poplio was focused on is down, but there technically is still another Timino and the Munchlax in the vicinity.
And the Munchlax is still in not yellow yet, right? Or is
Yep.
it in yellow now?
It's borderline yellow, so not quite yellow, but just on the cusp.
I'll attack the other Dynamo just because I know Colin is working on getting that one to faint.
Firestarter Jan.
So I'm gonna use Water Gun on it.
Okay, go ahead and give me that accuracy roll.
The second she instructs Poplio to like use water gun, I realize that like I have a lot of ways to go if she's already finished off her Dynamo and I'm still working on mine.
That's 2 successes.
Perfect. Go ahead and give me your damage pool.
That is 1 success.
Perfect. As this water gun lands, the Timino just can't hold up anymore, causing this one to faint as well. Everybody
Oh,
can
yeah?
mark another battle and victory for all the Pokemon in play at the moment.
Cool.
Which will bring us to Bond Sweet.
Bonsweet will go ahead and do play nice on the Munchlax.
Perfect. Go ahead and give me that accuracy roll. Play nice was cute plus allure.
Allure. Yep.
That is a success with my 1 dice for it.
Perfect.
Nice.
That will lower the strength of this here Munchlax. It has got all the debuffs and status conditions.
Dude, it's ready to be attached.
That will bring us to
Full
Bernie.
health. To be honest, I look over as the newly added Bond Suite to Alyssa's team uses Play Nice. I look over with a fervor because I'm like seeing red, and I realize after the Dynamo's been defeated, actually that's it, return, and I'll just like return my 2 pokes because I get flashbacks of killing teammates' Pokemon.
Okay. Do you want them to come back to the Pokeball, or do you want them to just pull back from the fight?
Oh well, okay. Well, I'll leave them out
Because if you remember, I forgot to bring it up on the recap, but I had ruled if you take like the full defense action, you would get a bonus die on your evasion, but you would still get the experience of being in the battle.
Okay, so what I'll do is I will. Okay, all right, baby. Go ahead and just take a little bit of a little maneuver hiding action, but behind Bernie, and they'll just sort of like brace themselves for impact.
Perfect. That will bring us to Firestarter Jan's Typano.
All right. We're gonna do another tail whip and attempt to lower its accuracy even further, even further, or not a tail whip, thunder wave.
Thunder Wave
can only
Does it
paralyze
only work once?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, technically Thunder Wave
thought you-
also reduced its accuracy, but you wouldn't make it more paralyzed. It's paralyzed for the up to the next 24 hours.
Yeah, my point is to bring down its accuracy.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, go
Can
ahead and
we
roll
do that?
your accuracy roll for the Thunder Wave then.
Okay, and I think that was.
Shit. Just a sec.
What?
I didn't.
Insight in nature, wasn't it?
That sounds accurate.
I've got 1 success on that.
Perfect. That's all you needed. So it will lower the accuracy up a smidgen more.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So basically, it's got a -2 penalty die on the accuracy roll of this Munchlax. Anybody
Yeah.
acting twice this round?
You know we are.
Okay. What is Finnegan doing?
Okay, we're gonna go in for that. For the scratch, which again was brawl plus dex, right?
Mhm.
Yep.
I've got 1 success.
1 success is all you needed? Or wait, no, sorry. Second round.
Yeah.
What about Timino? Is Timino going again?
Yeah, we're gonna do the tackle.
Okay.
Damn it.
All right, that will bring
Damn it.
us.
No, my dice tower just launched a dice
Oh.
at me, but that was a no success.
Gotcha. That will bring us to the top of the round with Finnegan.
All right, Finny. I know we can do this. Please, just set it ablaze with your heart. We're going in for.
That'd be fun.
I was gonna go in for another scratch attack. Son of a bitch! Stop throwing dice at me!
Oh, you're using that Helix one that I got you, or like we did for the White Elf.
Yeah, I am. That was 2 success.
Okay, go ahead and roll me that damage pool.
Where did that dice go? Strength plus 2. That's right. So 5 dice in total. Stop throwing dice at me! I swear to God. I've got 4 successes out of 5 dice.
Perfect.
Wow.
This Munchlax is on death's door.
Oh, there you go.
When can we throw a Pokeball?
At the start of the round.
Okay.
Anybody? Collin, you'd already mentioned yours are taking a defensive position. Lissa, are any of yours acting or kind of just waiting it out?
They are waiting.
Perfect. Are you having time to do anything or looking to throw the Pokeball at the top of the round there, Firestarter Jan?
Yeah, we're looking to throw the Pokeball at the top of the round.
Oh
Perfect.
yeah.
Okay, so as you go to throw this Pokeball, you need 4 successes because it's a beginner rank Pokemon.
Does
You have,
being paralyzed mean anything?
because you're throwing a Pokeball, you have 4 plus 2 because it's at 1 HP, plus 1 because it has a status condition. So you have 7 dice to throw. You need 4 successes.
Oh shit, that's still a lot. But at least you have 3 extra
Behave
chances.
yourself. All right.
4 successes out of 7d6.
1, 2, 3. That would be 3.
While it's still freaking out a little bit from the paralyze, it seems like its vitality is just strong enough to pop back out of the Pokeball after a couple shakes.
Oh shit.
It is going to attempt to tackle, which it got 0 successes. So that will bring
Oh,
us
shit.
back to the top of the round, assuming everybody's acting the same way that they did this previous round.
Unless if you'll allow me to, are you saying we're right by a river, right?
Mhm.
Can I throw mud at the Munchlax that is battling Firestarter Jan?
Like right in the eyes.
Yeah.
With for what effect?
Can I just throw mud?
I mean, you
Why?
can, and as Collin's throwing mud at it, what this is called, and it is in the core rulebook, is called entering the fray. So you have now identified yourself as a target for the Munchlax.
Oh, okay, okay.
So you see the Munchlax sort of turn at you specifically and see red. The implication is you are now its target for any future attacks.
Wait, hold on. So you're telling me that, for one, the mud didn't do anything and now it's pissed and wants my lunch money?
There's got to be like an accuracy roll to see if we can get it in the eyes. I mean, that's the status condition we want is blind.
Yeah.
Well, that's not a status condition in Pokemon. aside from lowering accuracy, which you could do meta wise. I'm not having you roll for it because its accuracy can't go any lower. It's already at the minimum.
Me.
And two, like unless you're
So all
really
I've
wanting
done
to
is
do
throw
damage
mud at
to
it?
this Pokemon and make it faint because it only has 1 HP left.
Yeah, I'll make sure there's no rocks in the mud that I throw.
But for future considerations, this is like also like if you don't want your Pokemon to have the disadvantage of you using a potion, you can enter the fray, but that means you are now in the area of effect of attacks, essentially.
Oh, fuck.
So like
okay.
normally you would
Yeah.
call your Pokemon back, administer the potion, which is why it doesn't get to act during that round. But if you go out to it, you can administer a potion without the downside of it not being able to attack. But you
I
are
see.
now, like, especially if there's an area of effect attack being used, you are
So
in the
you're
zone.
so you're saying this Munchlax wants my ass?
Yeah, you threw mud at it. You're the last one to hit it.
I fucking
It's
bring that
paralyzed
shit
though,
up,
so whether or
baby.
not it's able to land anything is to be seen. But
Yeah, wait, when it looks at me with like the fucking bull's horn,
you can see like the mud like sliding down its face.
like, oh man, maybe that wasn't such a good idea. And I'll start running away a little bit, you know?
Okay, that will bring us back to the top of the round. Firestarter Jan, were you? Oh man, we finished the song and it went to another one without asking for consent. Firestarter Jan, are you throwing out a Pokeball?
Yes.
Do
Okay.
it.
That will 7. You need 4.
I swear to fuck. I've never wanted anything more bad in my entire life. Are you fucking shitting me?
No.
2 successes.
It seems like this Munchlax is just really holding on. You get the idea that like it's probably kind of like in a holding pattern with the paralyzed. Like the risk of it like being able to run away or like really retaliate is pretty low. It's like whenever you're trying to catch one of those fucking legendaries towards the end of the game where like the threat of killing it is larger than actually like it running away, but it's a bitch and a half to fucking catch the thing, especially with the standard Pokeball, because like it just doesn't have the seal potency that you're looking for. But it
Firestarter
will...
Jan glares at the Munchlax and says, I swear to God, I will use every ball I have to catch your little ass get in the ball.
Perfect. All right, we're gonna see if it can break its paralysis. It is unable to, which unless
yeah.
someone else is doing something, will just bring us right back up to the top of the round. Okay, what's Collin
I'm
got?
gonna do one thing.
Don't throw mud
I'm
again.
gonna look over at Jan, who's now wasted 2 Pokeballs, and I look down at my belt, and I see a white ball with a red center.
Oh, do you have another Premier Ball?
Oh, actually, no, I already used it. Never mind.
Yeah, you
That's
gave
right.
it to Elliot last session
I gave it to Elliot.
which was the one
Damn.
that he used. He actually managed to catch Julber with.
Okay, that's right. Never mind. I was about to have that same exact moment. Thanks for catching me. In the meantime, that's it.
Collin looks to relive that moment, realizing he doesn't actually have another Premier Ball.
Yeah, it doesn't have it. Yeah.
Go ahead, Firestarter Jan.
Which Pokemon's attacking?
No, I mean,
And unless someone was choosing to attack, we're back to the top of the round. The Munchlax wasn't able to move, so
yes, you can.
you can throw a
throw
Pokeball
your
again.
ball.
Yeah, we'll just do it. We'll just do it.
Okay, you have 7 to get 4.
Here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Hey!
All right, as you throw this third Pokeball at it, and I imagine Firestarter Jan is like in that like petty phase with how she throws it, so it's kind of like the fucking side whip.
Like, get out of here!
And it hits the Munchlax in the head just enough to kind of like add an additional daze onto this like paralysis it's got going on, and it takes the full sort of like shudder, and you're like, fuck, and then it finally clicks, catching this Munchlax. Let me send you the deets. Of note, the happiness and loyalty on this Munchlax will be slightly lower, just because you took it down to the red health.
Okay.
So instead of the 2 that's on this sheet, it will be 1 for happiness and loyalty. But other than that, here are the stats of your newly acquired Munchlax.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
You lucked out
Firestarter
with
Jan-
the one that has thick fat.
Firestarter Jan
man!
walks over and picks up the Pokeball and like shows it off to both Collin and Alyssa and says, "This is what it's like to be Firestarter Jan."
Hell yeah.
First try.
It won't-
Okay.
Yeah, first try.
Yeah.
Definitely not 3 balls. None of you saw that.
Okay. With the capture of that Munchlax, all of your Pokemon have acquired another battle and another victory. So all
Oh, hell
6 of
yeah.
these Pokemon should have gotten 3 victories out of this.
Cool.
Before we get back into Route 101, we'll take a quick 5-10 minute. Just check on Artemis real quick, and then we'll get back into it. Okay. So following this battle, I think we were saying you guys have been on the route for about an hour or 2 from breakfast, before you kind of came
Yeah.
across this set of Pokemon. So it's like 10-ish. We probably got time for either training or just some RP to finish out the night, since we're already at 10:15. But
Damn it! I was gonna. I'm down to play longer if you want, but I understand if not.
we could look at maybe the next couple batches of Pokemon if you guys are interested as well. I'm not opposed. I know it's one of those, like, the battles can take a while, but like as we saw in this one, is like if you're not actively catching it, the battles can speed up, because as we get into like the rotation and what we're doing with our Pokemon, especially as you guys are able to throw out 2 at a time, it makes it a lot easier. But yeah, what's everybody feeling?
I
Are
don't
we
know.
wanting to do
Yeah.
some more passive Poke catching, or
To be honest, Riley's gonna just do her own thing and potentially go to sleep. So I'm kind of in the clear for as long as we need. So like, it's kind of up to you.
I don't have
three.
anything tomorrow, and Artemis fell asleep. Anastasia's also back from her book club, so they went to the
Perfect.
winery up there in Ogden. I can't remember for the life of me what the fuck it's called. It's relatively new.
In Ogden?
Mhm.
Oh. I haven't heard of it.
I don't know. I don't know anything about it aside from like it's relatively new, and she said it was fun.
Sounds like a
Although it
girl
was
thing.
awkward because like none of the other, so like someone else had recommended it because they saw it was new, but no one else that showed up was like wine drinkers, so they're like got like a very
Oh.
generic red. They're like, oh gosh, this is really harsh, and it's like that's a generic red blend. Like if that's harsh, you're gonna have a rough time.
No, they should have got a Chardonnay or a Moscato.
She was saying that one of the girls even got like whites, and like the rosé was like rough, and I was like, oh shit, like they're just straight up not wine drinkers, which is a thing. Like
It's
that's
fine,
how we
it's
were when we
fine.
first started. Is like wine is more of an acquired. It's kind of like beer. Like unless you grew up
It's like
drinking
beer, for sure.
yeah, like it's not pleasant, especially if you're not buying the better beer.
Right.
You got some Coors Light, like your first Coors Light doesn't
Right.
go down smooth. Like, but yeah, so we can do some more passive Pokemoning if that we're looking. Is there any RP to kind of close out this battle here before we kind of like continue walking down Route 101?
Again, Colin will notice because after instructing his pokes to take 2 rounds of defensive maneuvers, I look at Firestarter Jan's like approach compared to Lys's, and her personality really comes through with how she instructs her Pokemon and how they act accordingly, and I realize that like I think I'm not being empathetic enough with my Pokemon. Because there is some connection that I have not reached yet with any of my pokes that, like, both of them seem to be doing just fine. So I look at all that as, like, a sort of an opportunity to learn and maybe be a little more self-aware. But outside of that, I'm good.
Perfect. Okay, as you guys kind of keep walking down Route 101, Munchmax has picked back up her like pile of berries that she's accumulated over the last couple days. As we had talked about it towards the end of last session, is basically as you guys are walking by certain bushes that have like berries, Munchmax is kind of like just swiping up kind of like a handful of them at a time and then munching on them as you go. So basically, it's very rare for Munchmax not to be eating something as you guys are walking down this route. But let's see what you guys sort of encounter. Oh, I guess.
Come on. We're looking for Trico or the 2 unknowns. Trico or the 2 unknowns.
Remind me, why are we looking for those?
Trico is because it's one of the 2 Pokemon I asked John to put in this game, and 2 unknowns because there's 2 Pokemon we haven't encountered on this route yet. But we've ran into a bunch of like fucking Flabébés, Tynamo, Trico. Technically, we've run into 3.
Okay, so you mean there's unknown Pokemon in this route we haven't discovered, not the Pokemon the unknown.
Yes.
Oh shit. Yes. Sorry, I can
Okay.
understand why that's confusing. My bad.
Okay, as you kind of come up into this next sort of section of Route 101, it's starting to look a little bit more dry. So we'd say you're about 4 hours into it. So this is, you guys had like a little bit of a light lunch as you're
Okay.
trekking along. So we'll say it's probably about like 1 o'clock-ish now. You'll notice a little like sort of playing in the like the brush area off the side of the route is this like purplish top with a like whitish belly, sort of looks like a mouse. And then you've got another drill burr sort of burrowing around, and then in the river there's another Tymino.
Oh, I'm failing to recognize the. Can I pull my Pokedex out for that first Pokemon description?
Yeah.
Is there a way to get close enough without engaging?
Yeah, I would say at this point you guys are relatively close enough to like get a general consensus of.
Oh, Rattata!
Yeah.
Okay. I was thinking of a different poke for a second.
Rattata.
Sorry, my bad. My bad. Rattata. I'll say my bad.
Okay, so as you pull up your Pokedex, it'll read out this is the mouse Pokemon. It can live anywhere it can find food, but they're often in cities and fields. They form large families in the burrows since they are often preyed on. Rattatas are always alert and quick to flee.
Does it look like there's a burrow nearby, or am I just catching this between point A and point B?
There's sort of like you know how like whenever you get like Park City, sort of like the Wayne ship, how it's got like sort of like the brush area, so it's like a little drier, brushy.
Yeah.
That's sort of what it is. So like you're seeing the red
Okay.
Rattata sort of like running through that. There is
Cool.
a burrow as far as like there's a sort of molehill because there's a drillbur here as well, and then the Timino in the river. So as far as like setup for this Pokemon battle, if you guys were to engage all 3 Pokemon, the Timino would be off to the side, so that would be a single encounter, whereas the Rattata and the Drillbur are close enough where you guys would get the combined XP benefit.
I look over to the other 2. Just wondering. I know we're kind of all seeing this simultaneously, but is anyone interested in the mouse? Is anyone really interested in the Drillbur either? Because, not gonna lie, I don't know much about the Drillbur, but Eliot seemed to be a really big fan. So that makes me think it might be a good Pokemon, but it's not really my type. Those claws are just a little bit too long for my liking. So between me, I'm either killing the Dynamo for sure, or I'll try my ball at that Rattata, but it's up to you guys. I don't really care.
So are you gonna try to catch Rattata?
If no one else wants it.
Okay, I was gonna go for it, but we'll let you go for it.
No.
Like-
No. I was.
No.
I was
I'll let you go for it. I'll let you go for it.
No.
No.
Please listen to me when I say. I'm literally just trying to, like, let someone do it if they wanted to, and if no one wanted it, then I would. So please, throw that ball.
The Firestarter Jan gets real close to you and like kind of grabs you by the scruff of your shirt and pulls you close and says, "Let's do it together. May the best Pokemon trainer win."
You can see one of those pimples popping on his forehead.
Oh.
What about you, Alyssa? As you release me from your grasp.
Alyssa just watches that transaction while holding Popular and be like, I was gonna go for the Drillbur, personally.
It's all yours. You can see Collin's kind of talking to higher registered. He's a little uncomfortable after that last encounter with a female. So close.
Sorry, which one did you say you were going after, Lissa?
The Drillbur.
Okay. So all of you going after or 2 of you are attacking the Rattata, 1 of you going after the Drillbur?
I have a quick meta question.
Uh-huh.
Can I have a foot in one battle with the Dynamo and a foot in the other?
They're separated
With
enough.
another
The
Pokemon?
way I've kind of set this up is you guys are on
It's
the route.
either
On
or.
one side is the river where the Timino's at, and on the other side is sort of this like field, brushy area with the Rattata and the Drillbur.
I see. Okay. Okay, then, well,
You
with
could-
that being said...
If you finish one of them, you could go over to the river where you've seen the Timino, but as far as like being able to attack both at the same time would be a pretty big challenge. Basically, whatever Pokemon you're having fight, to split your attention, you would have to have one operating off of its nature while you're attacking the other one. So like, if that makes sense. So it'd be like you have someone go over to the river, you're with the one over by the Rattata, and the one over by the river is just doing its own thing. Whether or not it proves fruitful would depend on its nature, essentially.
Okay, well, with that being said, then, all right, let's get back to business, y'all. And I will throw out Bernie once more with Baby.
Okay.
And I will have Bernie on the fucking goddamn it, the Drillbur.
Okay.
And Baby on the not Drillbur. What was it again?
The Rattata.
Rattata, yeah.
Okay. All right. So we've got Bernie. We've got Baby. what are you throwing at Firestarter Jan?
Now, DM, do caught Pokemon insta heal, or are they just kind of fucked till we get up to a Pokemon Center?
Caught Pokemon or whatever you catch them at. So unfortunately, your
Okay.
newly acquired Munchlax is setting at 1 HP and paralyzed.
Oh,
Yeah.
but
so-
we have orange berries, don't we? Or
Yeah.
something like that?
Elliot does
Yeah,
have some
yeah.
orange berries, but unfortunately, Elliot is not
Oh.
here.
Damn it.
Yeah, so we
And
can't just rob
Munchmax
Elliot.
had an orange berry, but Munchlax don't
ate
share
it.
much.
Right. So Firestarter Jan will toss out her Fennekin, just like kind of scoop her up off her shoulder and do a little spin and usher Fennekin out, and then she'll kind of do her little her peace maneuver, but you can see the other Pokeball in between it, and she'll throw at her Dynamo.
Perfect. All right, Alyssa, what are you throwing out?
Populo is gonna go, and we're gonna do my Dynamo.
Timino.
Cool.
Okay. Just to confirm, Alyssa, what is your Timino's initiative score? I've got the other ones.
Two.
That's the one I don't have.
I got 2.
2? Okay. So we got a lot with 2, so I need best out of the D6s for Bernie, both Timinos, and Poplio.
Okay. Bernie, roll a fucking 1.
Okay.
Populo rolled a 5,
Okay.
and Dynamo rolled a 6.
Damn.
Damn. Yep. Okay. What about Timino for Firestarter Jan?
What am I rolling on that? Remind me.
Just roll a d6. We're going for highest score on initiative order. There's a bunch of Pokemon tied at 2 for their initiative.
That's a 4.
So we're gonna have Fennekin, followed by Alyssa's Timino. Then we're gonna have Poplio. Then the Rattata, the Drillbur, then Firestarter Jan's Timino. Then Bernie,
Yep.
and then Baby bringing up the rear. Am I missing anybody? I think that's it.
No, that's it.
All right, so Fennekin starting us off.
All right. Firestarter Jan's gonna go straight in with that scratch attack.
Perfect.
And that is at least one success.
Perfect. Go ahead and roll me
Nice.
your damage pool.
God damn it! Just launched another fucking dice.
Yeah, it changed that geometry.
I was
up a
gonna say
little bit.
I might have to keep that in consideration for this next white elephant gift.
Yeah, she likes to throw dice everywhere. But that's at least 2 successes.
2 successes. Okay.
Yes.
After their defense, it will take 1 damage, but it seems like a solid opening hit there.
Nice.
Following that, that'll bring us to Alyssa's Timino.
My Dynamo do tackle
Okay.
on the Drillbur.
Go ahead and roll me that accuracy. That's Dex plus the Brawl.
That is 2 successes.
Perfect. Go ahead and roll me
Nice.
that damage pool. I just realized your shirt there, Colton. Sweater weather. It is indeed. Although I
Yeah.
love that this is sweater weather on a t-shirt and not a
On
sweater.
a t-shirt.
Yeah. To be honest, so my mom bought this pajama shirt for me with the pajama pants, so I kind of go with it. But I also made the comment, I'm like, why is this not like a sweater? At least not a long sleeve. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you can't always be a winner.
What was that? Your damage roll there?
1 success.
1 success. Okay. Solid opening hit on this drill burr. But kind of like you experienced last session, the drill burr is a little bit of a stout sort of boy there. So that will bring us to Poplio.
Hey, Poppy will go ahead and use water gun on him.
Perfect. Go ahead.
That
and do
is super effective. That's not a bad thing, but just keep that in mind.
So that'll be your channel plus your dex.
That would be 0 successes.
No way.
Yeah.
The it ends up being one of those that like the burrow sort of method of the drill burr. It was kind of coming out of the hole, so it's kind of like the Poplio having to aim at the ground at the moment. Which, while the training sessions with the target have been really effective, this is the first time it's had to angle in such a weird way. So it's a little bit of a struggle for the Poplio, at least at the moment. That'll bring us to the Ratata, which at the moment, the last thing to hit it was Finnegan, so it's going to attempt to retaliate with a tackle, or a bite.
Oh, bite. That's nice. Move diversity.
Which, unfortunately, it's not able to line up. It sort of lunges at the Finnegan, but isn't able to connect, which will bring us to the drill burr, which is going to make an attack on Poplio, since that's the last one to hit it. It's going to attempt to land a mud slap. With 2 successes.
Okay.
Is Poplio attempting to dodge or clash? You'll need
How's
3
that work? You
successes.
have to roll 2 or higher? Oh, 3. Oh, okay.
Because Poplio's already gone this round, so it would be an additional
Oh,
action.
that's right.
So that's why it needs 3. Otherwise, I'll
People
just go ahead and
die.
roll some damage.
What's it going to be, Alyssa?
She'll have Popular dodge.
Okay, you need 3
Okay.
successes.
What do I roll for that again?
That's your
plus
evasion score.
Oh, just evasion. That's right. Never mind.
Well, I haven't
Which is-
done against that, so go ahead and
Oh.
do that. Good job.
No. Sorry, whenever I say evasion, there's this evasion off to the side.
Yeah, hold on. It's like right.
Because
Well, I've got nothing in evasion.
it's this evasion plus dex, so
So I
whatever
got
your-
1.
okay. So okay, so you'll just take the damage. Remind me, is water resistant to ground?
Oh boy, I'm not good with the resistant knowledge. Not gonna lie. I'm sure it resists because water is super effective on ground.
Yeah.
So I'm sure it resists. Hold on. I have a Pokemon type app
And-
right now.
Yeah, in traditional Pokemon, yes, you are correct.
Okay.
Hold on. Yeah, go for it. I'll look it up.
So they rolled 3 successes. So 3 minus your defense minus 1, because I'm pretty sure Poplio is resistant to ground attacks. Minimum of 1. So you'll take 1 damage no matter what, but
Yeah.
so you'll look at on this side of the sheet, that first number here should be your defense. You're going to subtract that from the 3, and then one additional one for resistance.
Okay.
Minimum of 1. So I think you probably only took 1 damage, but
Yeah, got 1 damage.
sweet. That will bring us to Firestarter Jan's time it.
Sweet. We are going to do the Thunder Wave on Rattata.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me that accuracy.
Let's see, it was Dexterity plus Nature. One success.
1 success. Okay, that was... So the Rattata is paralyzed. And it takes a -1 to accuracy. Which will bring us to Bernie.
Okay, I'm pretty sure I put Bernie on the Rattata. I will have Bernie. All right, Bernie, this is it, man. Let's just go ahead and use Snatch. And unfortunately, DM, I do not have Snatch in my things.
Are you sure you want to use it if you don't have it?
I-
Just-
What if the Rattata has something I want, though, is what I'm saying.
Oh, is that?
Maybe it's
I
hold
was
stuff.
gonna say I'm actually trying to remember what fucking Snatch is.
Well, in the games, at least, it steals the item that a
That sounds
Pokemon-
accurate. Like,
It's still a held item.
But I don't know if it's the same. I'm sorry.
oh no, you're good. I made the rookie mistake of like, we're not gonna do any more Pokemon battles tonight, and I closed the move sheet. Because I have one move card listed, like created, that's like through Route 101, so it's all the moves for Pokemon that you guys could encounter on Route 101.
Gotcha. Ah, man. I am so curious to see what fucking other 2 Pokemon we haven't seen yet, damn it!
Well, this is one of them. Rattata's one of them.
Which one? Oh, oh, fuck! I didn't even think about it. I was just so distracted by the Dynamo and the Drill Burr, I didn't know what was going on.
So, you guys are up to 90% of Route 101 being accounted for.
Wow.
So there's one lingering one. Oh, maybe I didn't have much lax moves in here. Okay, just a sec. You said it was Snatch?
That.
Okay, I need to go to like page 1. It is. Okay. It's your Clever plus Stealth. The effect is erase any increase or decrease on the foe's traits and place them on the user instead. Are you sure you want to do that?
Apply then? Yeah, that wouldn't apply then, right?
It would. It would be detrimental to you. So the Rattata right now is paralyzed with a -1 on its accuracy. So if you use this,
I would take. I see.
you would take a -1 on your accuracy.
Oh, well, no, then I'm not gonna fuck around with that. I'll just have him tackle.
Okay.
I thought Snatch would do something differently. My bad.
Yeah, I couldn't remember, but I assume this is how the game works as well. It's similar in the game. I know there is moves where you steal the items, but I think that's
Maybe that's Thief.
I can't remember.
I don't know.
We'll look at it when we get to favorite parts.
God damn it! Well, tackle doesn't succeed, so all of that was a blunder.
Okay. So no successes on the tackle.
No way.
Okay, that will bring us to Baby.
Okay. Can I discern as a trainer what rank to this Pokemon is that I face with the Drillbur?
Based off of the Pokedex entry that you got already for the one that Elliot acquired, The one he picked up was a beginner rank.
Okay, and it was already. Oh wait, it dodged the water gun, right? Or did it take the water gun?
The drill burr has taken one damage. I can't remember if it was from the Timino or if it was from the. It dodged the water gun and took a tackle from the Timino.
Okay, that's right. Okay, I look over very, very nervously at Lissa, and I look back, and you see sweat drop down the side of my face as I adjust my glasses, and I'll take a confident step forward and point. Okay, baby, come on, let's mind whip.
Okay, go ahead and roll me that accuracy roll.
Okay, hold please. That is 2 successes.
Perfect. Go ahead and roll me that damage pool with an extra dice for the super effective.
Awesome. That's going to be 3d6. Oh no, 4d6.
Oh goodness, you know what? We haven't been there this entire time.
Oh. 3 successes.
Oh, nice. It looks like it's a very solid strike on the drill, but it is a fairly stout Pokemon, so it's only taken 1 damage after its defense.
Oh, okay. That's fine
or
with me.
special defense in this case. Which will bring us to the end of the round. Anybody acting twice?
I want Flabebe to try and use another Vine Whip.
Okay. Anybody else acting twice before we go back to the top of the round?
Okay. That's going to be... Damn, only 1 success.
And it's just the extra exertion to try and land another one with
Yeah.
this sort of mole popping in and out of the ground. Just isn't able to connect. But that will bring us to the top of the round with Finnegan.
Firestarter Jan.
That's me.
Finnegan's up.
Yeah, back at the top of the round, we're gonna do another scratch.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me that accuracy roll.
See if we can
Dude.
land some damage on this thing.
Vinny wants to learn Ember so badly.
Seriously?
It was one of those that it just lucked out. Of the starters, Poplio, I think, was the only one that had a stab move right out the fucking gate.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I got 1 success.
Okay, go ahead and roll me that damage pool.
You know what would make my life easier? I'm gonna. Oh God, I don't know where it went. It's fine. I have more dice just laying here. Maybe I'll stop using the dice tower. It's not as bad when I have it like someplace on my desk, or if it shoots it out, it just rolls across my desk. But I have it right here on the corner of my desk, so it's just launching dice into the abyss.
I need to print some more. We haven't printed dice towers in a little bit.
So for my damage, I can roll 5 dice, and all 5 of them are successes.
Oh, geez. So this is the crit.
Oh my god! That's
so it's
a
gonna
crit!
take an additional damage on top of that. So it's going to take 6 minus its defense. This lands so solid, the Rattata faints.
Oh shit! Oh no! You killed it! You critted and killed it!
So everybody can bark a battle and a victory for the Pokemon that are currently active.
Wow!
Firestarter Jan grabs you by the scruff again, pulls you close, and said, and says, "It looks like I won."
Dude, and you just see like Collin's glasses fall like a dork, and just like you see like fucking his eyes cross a little bit because his glasses fell down.
But then she steps back from you and gives you her pose with a smile.
You see him like visibly gulp.
Okay. That will bring us to Alyssa's Tymano.
Tynamo this time will attempt Thunder Wave.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me that accuracy. Thunder Wave was what? Insight plus.
Was it channel?
Nature?
Oh, nature.
Insight
Oh,
plus
yeah,
nature.
nature. Yeah.
That is a success.
Okay. And that will paralyze the drill burr. Giving it a -1 accuracy. Nice. That brings us to Poplio.
Populo will go ahead and attempt Water Gun again.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me your accuracy.
That is 1 success.
1 success. Go ahead and roll me the damage pool. Plus
With an extra d6.
plus an extra d6 for the stab, plus an extra d6 for the special.
Oh, 2d6 extra.
Oh boy. That is 5 successes.
Woof!
Um,
That's not a crit, is it?
that is a crit.
Does that kill?
Sorry, I guess that's not a crit. I messed that up. It still killed the Rattata because it didn't have enough health, but because it minus its defense, that still did. It only had 3 health, and you did 4 even without the crit. But in this case,
Okay.
You have to roll the crit on the attack. The damage is after the fact. So the accuracy rolls where you crit. But in this case, you said 5 minus its defense. Because of the super effective and the stab effect, it also is stout enough that it ends up causing the drill burr to faint.
Oh shit! No!
Before we close out combat, is anybody moving over on the Tymano, or are we calling it after these two go down?
Well, I mean, I guess it is kind of getting late. We can call it if you guys want to.
But everybody can mark another battle and victory for causing the drill burr to go down.
Cool. I will do that now. Hey, so how many victories / battles yada 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 did you need for shit?
For who?
Sorry, dude.
So
give me one
Flababy,
yeah.
as you're bringing it up, Flababy is a fast evolving Pokemon, and if I'm not mistaken, this was its 5th victory because it was part of all 3 other ones, right? And then these 2.
Yes. Yes.
You'll get, as the drill burr falls down, there's a sort of flash emanating from the Flababy. Is Collin doing anything or just letting it happen?
Wait. Well, maybe it evolved?
Is Collin doing anything or is he just letting this happen?
I look over and I just fall to my knees and start crying. Oh boy, is something happening?
Yes, let me confirm so that I don't misspeak. Yeah, it's a fast leveler. So as this flashing sort of emanates off of your Flababy, this 5th victory that it was a part of was enough experience for the Flababy to evolve into Floette.
Oh, are you serious?
Yes. Which means, Colin, you could mark off Evolve a Pokemon as one of the achievements that you needed to go up to amateur rank. The only thing Colin has left is to get his
It's
first
to
gym
get a
badge.
badge. Holy shit! Holy shit! I picked off my glasses and it's just like the stream of tears, and I just reach out for baby. I'm like, oh, baby, you're so divine, and I'll just sort of like grab her up in a hug. Wow. What a
All right.
world.
As we're closing out combat here, is there anything from anybody else? Perfect.
Wow.
All right. Well, I will get you the details of your newly acquired Float here in just a minute. But before then, I think we'll do our favorite parts, and then I can get you all those details, kind of wrapping up favorite
That's
parts, so
fine.
that if other folks are ready to hit the hay, they can. But thank you guys for joining me for session 5 of Pokerole. It was